we are now officially audible.
Yay!
Ooh.
And it totally won't throw
Jeremy!
people off to hear 4 different voices for the first time on stream ever.
My goodness.
I see Sour Lad
Don't
in
fuck it
chat,
up.
Lion Tamer, Bits, Core Break,
Core break.
you 3.
Us arguing.
Dirt Bones is here. Dirt Bones.
Yes, Mr. Dirt Bones. Alright, folks, let's jump over to a new layout, and I will sort of explain what we're doing today, and we'll go ahead and get started with a civil discussion.
Oh yeah, totally civil.
Very civil.
Intelligent.
Totally non-confrontational.
The most intelligent of conversations.
Bit says pink needs to be turned up. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just
you're
not
quiet.
talking loud enough. I'm sorry.
Oh, there it goes.
I can't talk that loud. I'll die.
Oh, my little stump hand, you were right. I thought it was going to be the hand that was up, but it's the hand that is down. Oh, no.
Oh, jeez. It's just in your sleeve.
No, actually, she's sticking her hands in the cushion pocket.
I lost it in the war.
I was gonna say no. It's in the cushion pocket. That's where you hide your secret Skittles.
Yes, the cushion
Mhm.
skittles full of lint.
Alright. I think everything should be visible to the chat. The chat window's going to go a little bit off of the little box thing. That's fine. It doesn't need to be exact. I'd rather people be able to see if I end up putting this in an uncut, unaltered state on the YouTube channel. They could see all the messages that are coming in from Twitch chat.
Okay.
So, to intro off what we're doing here, since nobody has seen this yet, and I see we have a redeem in chat. Oh, I didn't think about that one.
Oh, no! Swear timer!
How long is that gonna be up for?
My swear timers are only 5 minutes.
How am I supposed to do this? This isn't even my channel. Why am I being punished?
Let me...
We-
It is on a cooldown, thankfully. I think the cooldown is like 1 minute. I don't know.
It's 100 points, so that is really low. I could have.
That's a
put
big
that off.
timer. Oh boy.
Holy shit! Sorry.
Damn.
That's something I didn't think about. I might have to turn that off for these sessions.
Uh-oh!
Yeah, for salt set for
There
salt
doesn't
and
seem to be...
there's 5 swear timers redeemed. Yeah, you should probably 6. Yeah, you should turn that off.
Okay, let me go disable
And you should put it on
that.
a much longer timer.
We're gonna put on 5 minutes. It's not gonna be as fun for you guys if we have to break up things with a swear timer.
If it's so low, maybe just like a minute, and since it's like the price is just so small,
Oh,
either that or make the price high.
I'm just gonna turn it
No.
off. This is
You
today's
made many mistakes.
an experiment. I didn't think of everything. I thought of most things.
You can also redeem or refund points if you would like.
I don't know. There's some people who've redeemed 3 or 4 swear timers. You should only really refund them for 1.
Yeah, that's their own fault. for
That's the
being-
punishment for putting in so many swear timers.
Where is...
That's what you guys get.
And it's only 100 points. It's not like you're like losing out that much, but you're gonna be a butthole. And since we're on a swear timer, I'm gonna say butthole because that's not a swear.
Where's the refund points thing? You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it.
Starfish.
You guys will get your points back. I guarantee it.
Petition for sexy man Raku.
It's called Slutty Raku. Get it right.
Yeah, just go on Twitter.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect start. Rollicking good start to today's stream.
Yes.
So what are we doing? This is something new that we're going to be demoing and experimenting with here today. And we've coined the term salt table sessions, logo pending. And kind of like we've talked about on previous streams here, last Monster Hunter stream, Pink and I had an impromptu session of ripping apart character designs. And it was a very interesting and fun conversation.
Yeah, that was fun.
And so we thought, what if we expanded that concept to be more of a roundtable discussion with other people that can participate and provide opinions. And if we broaden it to something where everyone is sort of presenting something that people can discuss, then it should allow us to get more of a varied conversation and or just a lot of really pissed off opinions. Either way, it should be entertaining. So in today's session, what we're going to be doing is a roundtable character critique, and the assignment for everyone here, all four of us, was to pick a handful of characters from a property. Could be a video game, could be an anime, could be anything you want, and bring those characters, and we're going to take them and put them up on the screen behind us. And the way I've sort of structured how we're going to talk about it is, first, the person presenting just has to explain a little bit about the property, what it is, nothing too deep, but just the premise, what it's about, so anyone who's not familiar with it will understand. And then they'll go into an explanation of the first character that we've selected, who they are, it's a little bit about them, and then their thoughts. Then after that, we're going to go clockwise just for the sake of simplicity. So whoever starts, the round table will continue to the next person sitting to their right, and then loop around. And then we'll go around the table, and everyone can provide their thoughts on the character design just on their own. And then after that, we'll open it up for debate amongst everyone, since I want to avoid having everyone talking over everyone else so people can hear. And so once we open up for debate, there'll be like a free-for-all. As long as we're not all yelling our heads off, it should be fine.
Yeah.
So
Who the fuck do you think you invited?
well, yeah, that's why there's a mute button on Discord.
She's so mean to me.
Actually, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can mute individual. Yeah, I think I could.
You can. You
Yep.
100% can.
There it is. But I don't think we'll need to do that because Wazy is nothing but civil and polite all the time.
You fucking, of course I am. I'm great.
Yeah.
All right, Raku, why don't you start us off? This is your channel and your brainchild. How about you fucking start us off?
All right, that's fine. So all I need from you guys whenever we switch is to just let me know if we're not going in order in the folder, because I downloaded all of your pictures and I've just got them in order, and I'll pick them up as we rotate through in order.
I made sure that mine were all should be in order. Like I titled them with like numbers.
Yeah, I don't know if mine are in order, but they have numbers on them.
Okay, that should be fine.
Mine doesn't matter what order you pull them in, honestly.
Okay, I'll just go top to bottom then. All right. Let me pull up subject number 1, and we'll make sure that everything is sort of visible. If we need to resize things on this template later, we can worry about it. But folks on the stream should be able to see what we're showing. It doesn't need to be high quality, and I can even, zoom in or make the thing bigger if I need to.
Oh, look at that dweeb.
All right.
If you put the image between the background and the white one, it should slid in there nicely.
Yeah, I have it on top, so I'm just going to slide it down in the order. Go under the overlay. Not that overlay. Oh, I think I see the problem. I didn't put the background separate. I might need to fix that later. It's fine for now.
Oopsie.
I didn't think I'd have to zoom it in anyway. It's fine. I'll leave that where
It's
it
probably
is.
fine.
All right. So, what property am I going to be talking about? Sorry, I said, is that Armin from Attack on Monkey? Oh, if only this guy was as quote unquote endearing as Armin. I'm going to be talking about characters from Star Ocean 4. I believe its subtitle is The Last Hope.
Yes.
And I have talked about it before on stream kind of briefly. I don't like this RPG. I did play through about half of it before I put it down out of sheer frustration for the characters. And as a result, that's going to sort of flow into character design because they have some kind of weird and wacky designs for the cast. But this guy, and the basic premise of Star Ocean is like a futuristic sort of space adventure type RPG, JRPG. Combat systems similar to Tales, the Tales series, which you guys are probably aware of.
Yes.
And you basically take the role of the main character here, and you go on a quest and get more party members. And the other party members I've selected for the study today.
Oh, the whole team.
Not the whole team. I've got 5 of the like 8 or so playable characters.
Okay, most of the team.
But the poster boy for the game is this fellow whose name is Edge Maverick.
What a fucking name.
Edge.
Jesus Christ.
Edge Maverick. And we can go into a little bit about design and stuff when we sort of go around the table. But this character is the reason I put the game down. And normally, if there's enough in a video game, RPGs included, that I can find interesting, even if I don't necessarily like the story or the characters, I'll keep playing it. This character, and I did mention this on stream a while back, through specific events around like the middle, something really bad happens, I don't remember what, but he goes full emo mode. He starts off being like plucky, I'm the protagonist, I'm the hero, to, full on eyeliner, simple plan blasting, the world is doomed, I hate everything is just sad and despair. And
how dare you sully simple plan like this?
It's so like tonally dissonant because the rest of the cast just sort of doesn't change. It's some sort of big event, I think. And so it's kind of like just one guy is having this whole thing while everyone else is pretty much the same.
Does he change his look when he gets all edgy?
No. Like his
Oh.
expressions, his mannerisms don't change. It's just like his dialogue and I guess his facial expressions and kind of his attitude are noticeably different. And it was so jarring. It's like,
Yeah.
I want to punch this kid in the freaking face. And then I looked up online. I said, I can't put up with another like 20 hours of this. Does he get better? Does he get through it? Does he get better? What do people say?
Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah, like, is he gonna get through it? So I have a reason to keep playing. And I looked it up. And people were like, yeah, it doesn't really get better. And I don't know if people were trolling or what, but I saw that. I was like, I'm out.
It's game over, man.
Game over, man. Game over.
I'm not investing more time in this. And the other characters are kind of bland, so they don't balance the fact that one character is insufferable. And so I said, screw it. I'm out. And let's see. I'm going to try and put it in chat if I can find it real quick. Because I've subjected everybody at this round table to this. And you in chat.
Please don't make me watch it again.
No, it'll be in chat.
Okay.
You guys need to see a scene from this game, which is the most infamous. And watch it. We don't have anything in the background here, so just watch it real quick while we're talking. And
it's something.
let's see.
That voice acting, ooh, it makes me want to.
I know. I just.
I could play it on stream if I wanted, but it's relatively short. It's only a couple minutes long. Let's see, copy link.
Sorry, trying to say spoilers, keeping in mind that this clip's from relatively early in the game.
I don't even. They're part of these like social link interactions that you can do on the side with the characters. I never experienced this one, or I would have jettisoned the game right out the window much earlier than I did. All right, let me make sure the link works. You guys might hear a bit.
I want to take nappy.
Oh God! All right, it works. See if you can pull this up in chat, folks. This is your mid-class assignment. Just watch this real quick while we're talking.
You'll be graded.
Do I get to fucking rip on this kid yet?
Keep in mind, actual humans wrote and performed the scene that I'm sending.
Scooby-Doo game for the GameCube? Crazy. Yeah, behave, chat. Oh.
All right, so that's the basic premise. This kid is kind of insufferable in the game, and he's the reason I never finished it. I'm not going to get into the design because that's part of the discussion. So with that being said, I will pass the mic to my right to Matt. Feel free to give your thoughts and let me know if you can't see, but I picked some pretty big images, so you should at least be able to see the design.
Yeah, let me quickly.
Just open the Google Doc.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
what-
I did.
That's what I'm doing.
So I
Yeah,
get the
you-
real
Yeah,
spicy.
because honestly,
good
yeah,
one.
like looking at the design itself, uh, it's it's pretty bog standard, like boring ass like JRPG where it's like, oh yeah, one armored arm. Look at the sword. Look at how the fucking scabbard's on the back. But it's also the fact that it has like weight. I don't get me wrong. I don't like a character that has like 2 colors to him, but this guy has like 20. It feel it feels
Yeah.
it feels both understated and overstated at the same time, and I don't know how to feel. I
sad.
do like the sword though. I like the sword's
bad.
the sword's pretty fucking neat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Initial impressions.
He looks really boring. Like Matt said, he looks like a bog standard anime boy, but like with some sci-fi elements added in, but like poorly. Like he's got this armor stuff going on, which looks kind of cool, but like Matt said, I'm just gonna keep saying that because Matt made a really good point. The colors are kind of whack. He's got like all the primary colors and all their friends. Maybe if he wasn't wearing gold and silver, I would appreciate this more. Maybe if he just had the one, like maybe he was silver, maybe he was just gold. I think maybe that would look better considering I think it's trying to make his other pop color blue, what with his sword, you know? So like gold and blue, that's very good. I think that would be better.
All right.
That's all I have to say about that.
I'm
Good points,
I'm-
Wazy.
Listen, I'm going to second everything that everybody says. I am a fan of a good butt cape, as you will see with my characters that I have chosen. However, this one is just like poorly done because it just like barely covers his ass. It's like a butt cape mini skirt going
Oh
on.
my god, his
And
he's cold.
And I don't know if chat can see it, but he has textured leggings on underneath everything, and it's just there's just too much going on for me to like really focus on one design element here. Also, he's got fingerless gloves like any badass would, so you should have probably been able to tell he was gonna go edgy at some point because of his fucking edgy fingerless gloves.
I don't like that they're asymmetrical. So we'll bring it back around to sort of open things up. If you look at the design, and it's easier to see on a bigger screen, his right arm glove is not the same color as his left arm glove.
Oh yeah, I see
fingerless.
that. Don't worry, I am well aware.
It's a light blue. It doesn't match any of his other colors too, which kind of annoys me. I think if
Yeah.
it matched some, well, I mean, it kind of matches his boots.
He's got like 3 different blues going on. Also, thank you for following, Eric.
Hey, Eric Salamandra, thanks for following, dude. Get ready for bad opinions today.
But yeah, like none of his blues are the same color.
like,
And
it's
like
Yeah, it's weird. Like the thing that Wazi was talking about around his waist, I'm calling that a butt tunic.
fine. Dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cut off
Yeah,
butt
it's not-
tunic.
it's not long enough to be a cape. I don't know what it is, and I don't like it.
I
can't
like
even
some of
tell-
those-
You can't tell what if it's fabric or armor either.
It's fabric. Those are like belt capes. They're really stupid.
No,
I
the
like
center
them
part,
though.
the center part might be like a cup, like to protect his
Well,
voice.
no, that's almost like medieval armor in the sense that like how there's like the
Mm.
I don't know what the actual like, I want to say pauldron, but that's for shoulders. But like essentially there is that like flap on like
The
medieval
boy-
knight armor.
The boy pauldron.
The boy pauldron. Yeah, we can call it that. But like that's another point with this armor is that like it obviously got like sci-fi elements to it, but it's medievally styled. So it's very much just like make up your fucking mind. Are you going to be a medieval style armor or sci-fi? It's like it's once again it's too much. It's too much detail and yet not enough at the same time with like just everything.
You will
Mixing
Lion-
see.
elements poorly.
You'll
Lion
see
Tamer
from
says he's wearing Samus's Zero suit.
yeah the other characters. Since basically this character and the next one are from the same home planet, I think, and then everyone else is from a planet they encounter in their journey. You'll see that they had no idea if they wanted to dedicate like one aesthetic type.
Mm.
But one
Oh,
thing,
it's a good choice.
since Matt mentioned the sword, it might be tough to see unless you kind of zoom in. But if you notice the shape of Edge's sword, it's got like a noticeable tip and a tapered point, but the sheath
The
for it
sheath.
does not.
The sheath is fucking round.
It's
Naked
round.
Snake says the sword holder looks like a tampon.
Maybe it's not a sheath. Maybe he just has one big like oversized feminine product strapped to his butt the entire game.
Oh no, who does that go to?
That would explain why he becomes a little bitch. I'm just saying.
It's not a good design. It's not the most offensive, but it's so like chaotic, which is in line with everything else I've chosen so far. It doesn't scream protagonist. It screams like I tried to cosplay my OC.
He looks like he needs to be simplified just a little bit, and like just enough so that he's not like overwhelming, because he's almost overwhelming with like his little details, but like they don't work. His little details don't work. Like he's a fancy illustration for sure, but he doesn't look like a character I care about.
I feel like his lower half is more technologically advanced in armor design than the upper half. It's like he has robot legs, including that the textured leggings thing that Wazy mentioned. So it's almost like he has a cyborg lower half below the butt tunic, and then like we don't know what's on his right shoulder that's hidden and obscured.
Yeah, who knows what's over there?
Oh.
Actually, no, wait, his arm is just really short.
More reference to God.
He doesn't. His arm is just really, really short. He doesn't have like a whole arm. It's just half an arm.
He has a forearm that's sticking directly out of his torso. No shoulder and bicep.
Yeah.
Naked Snake says, I do not like the shape of his shoes.
Yeah, I was just looking at that because like he's got kind of a heel going, but also the front looks like a loafer.
You know what's funny? If you guys can zoom in on whatever image viewer you're using, I could try and show it on stream since I'm going to have to switch images in a sec anyway. Let me try and just drag this up a little bit. I'm going to put it back up near the top just so it's over all of us instead of behind. One sec. This might be easier. If you look at the right foot, which has got like a kind of a profile view, it almost looks like at the tip it's textured like toes.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, I don't like it.
You don't like those toe boots?
He's got kitty paw feet.
He's got them peats.
He's got the peats.
I swear I didn't plan for everything I present to have weird shoes. I can't remember what the rest of the cast looks like,
Oh
but
no! Do you have is this shoe fetish hour? Because I know
Please
I brought
don't.
in
Please
some
don't.
weird shoes.
I'm not enjoying it. All right.
Is it mad?
Any final thoughts before we move on to the next one?
Man, fuck this guy.
He's boring. I hate him.
What was I need to go scroll up in the chat to see what people's reaction to the clip was, but the characters in the game, they're like 3D rendered anime characters before they really made that style look good. And so some of the characters have this kind of doll-like look, and they don't emote very well, so they have these big kind of vacant anime eyes, but they don't really express themselves well, and the dialogue is very badly delivered, as evident by the sign.
Damn.
Yeah.
You were just told to drop a beat.
I see that. Let me pull the next image up so we can have that sort of digesting on screen. And I will take a quick pause to drop a beat, because I think I need to switch my Discord settings up every time I do that.
Oh no!
Oh, fuck.
Because I have
well, shit.
I'd have to set it up so that it's not monitoring for input every time I talk, because otherwise the beat will cut out every time there's a pause in what I'm doing. But I can toggle it on and off pretty easily, as long as you folks aren't redeeming those every like 5 minutes. So hold on. Let me grab the next one. So we're going to go to Matt next. So you want me to just grab the top image?
Oh yeah, let's just start at the top one.
All right. And we will size that up about here.
It is.
I recognize this
Oh,
dude.
it went in alphabetical order. No, that actually works even better.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Who is this man?
Hold on. Just hold on.
Well, once the beat has dropped. Oh, Snake knows him.
You're gonna learn about this man. This is from the best Gundam there is. In my opinion, the only Gundam.
Real quick before I switch my settings here, I just want to say that Wazy was almost named after this guy.
Fuck off! Fuck right off! I'm leaving! Fuck this stream! Fuck this stream! Fuck everyone!
All right. I think I got everything switched over. Let me drop a real quick beat, and then we will hand the mic off to Matt to intro this man's. So, boy, now I got to switch gears brain-wise and come up with something on the fly. Let's see. And that's it.
Yay!
That was cool. That was a good one.
Thank you. Let me fix my settings. And Matt, the floor is yours to introduce the property and your man's. I will pull it up on my computer so I can see it too.
Yeah. The property that I've chosen is Mobile Fighter G Gundam. It is a Gundam series that came out in 1994. It was made by Sunrise, who did a lot of the older Gundam series. The general gist of the series is essentially it is a post-apocalyptic world. The Earth has been ruined, and most of Earth lives on a whole bunch of space colonies around the planet. The planet essentially has a very few people left on it, and it is used mostly as a combat arena for the Gundam fight. Every country enters a singular Gundam into the Gundam fight, and whoever wins gets to rule the planet.
Edward's no, that's so wrong. He's not wearing women's shoes.
Yeah, they're flats. This character's name is Master Asia.
Master Asia.
Could have been
Yes.
Wazy.
Yep. You
Master
fuck
Asia?
off.
Representative of Neo Hong Kong. Because and also every space station is just a country, and it's named after the country. So this one he fights for Neo Hong Kong. Use his primary Gundam here on the top left is called the Master Gundam, where it is essentially it's a superpowered, very villainous looking Gundam. Because spoiler alert for a almost 30-year-old anime, Master Asia is one of the primary antagonists. In the bottom left, you can see Master Gundam riding another Gundam that is a horse that is piloted by a horse named Funsaiki. I am not joking. That is entirely serious. Master Asia is also a very accomplished martial artist, in the sense that like the sash that he's holding there is actually a weapon that he uses, where he actually used that sash and just pure strength to rip the head off of a Gundam.
Oh my!
He is very, very powerful. He's actually also the teacher of the main character, Domon Kashu, who is the representative of Neo Japan.
Excuse you? He is Neo Japan Fighter?
Neo Japan Fighter, sorry. I believe the AKA that Master Asia also goes under is the Undefeated of the East.
Okay.
Because he's an undefeated Gundam fighter. Yeah, and that's essentially the primary gist that I have for Master Asia.
Okay.
And yeah, people are saying his Gundam does not fit him at all. This is, I think, the second Gundam he uses in the series, but it's the one he uses more of.
Yeah, I see Lad's question about the horse. That also leads me to have several questions that I'll get to in my turn.
Yeah, and I guess there's another point I should probably add. Whenever you're piloting these Gundams, it's actually like a 1-to-1 physical motion of you to the Gundam, and the way that it goes on is essentially like weird latex spandex is like stretched onto your body.
Oh, it's VR.
It's like
Gundam.
Pacific Rim, right?
You get it latexed onto you, and apparently
Yeah.
apparently it doesn't feel great because there's always screams of pain when it happens, and then you
Ah.
wear it, and then and literally like you punch, your Gundam punches. It is a full 1-to-1 movement,
So yes, the horse has to have its own spandex too.
and
if
the
you're
horse has its
wondering.
own latex spandex suit. Yes,
Oh my god.
Yeah, think like Evangelion. Yeah.
kind of like Evangelion. Well, Evangelion, they're still sitting in a cockpit.
Yeah,
This it's like VR.
No, but the
Yeah.
suit.
Oh,
idea.
the suit, yeah, the suit idea, yeah.
okay.
Why?
Pink, your thoughts on? I guess we can divide our opinions between both the character and the Gundam, and even the horse. Anything on screen here?
Yeah,
is
if
good.
it's on screen,
Yeah,
judge it.
Okay. So, first looking at Master Asia, I'm like looking at him and he's like, okay, his design isn't terrible. I mean, his colors are a little odd. I mean, the purple is very flamboyant, but maybe they were going with a royal look. I can't say. Is he royalty? I don't know. Uh, his Gundam, pretty sick looking. Even if I don't necessarily like whatever's going on with the head, it kind of looks like a V, like a weird elongated V or a boomerang on his head. Very odd, very odd. I do dig the red in his Gundam, so that's why I'm wondering why isn't his clothing red, or why isn't his Gundam more purple to match him? I'm not gonna say anything about the horse because the horse is dope. I I love the horse already. I don't give a shit if it's stupid. I like the horse. Like who doesn't love a horse piloting a Gundam? That's dope. I can't
That's
say. You said he's from like a space station, like in Hong Kong. Is he meant to be Chinese or Asian?
Yes,
Or is he?
he is meant to be Asian.
He does not look it. He looks like a European man who's gone visiting Asia.
Real quick, I see Iconic swung by in the chat, stopping by to pop in and say hi.
Bye
And take
bye.
off.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by, Iconic.
Iconic.
All right, continue, Pink. Sorry.
I'm mostly done with what I'm saying. I can't say I like the harsh black, the line on his like his shirt. You know, the one that goes down the chest. Don't like
Mhm.
that. The gold accents could have worked better had the purple been different. But yeah, I don't have much to say. I don't really like the colors, and also his face sucks. He looks European. I'm done. On to you, Wazy.
Uh, seconding everything Pig says, with the exception of a few things. The thing I really don't like about Master Asia's design himself is that the little stripes on his shirt over that, I'm gonna guess those are the closures. They're bright green. They're
Oh, yeah.
green, and they just don't match with the gold fucking black purple design here. If it was just purple, it would be okay, but the fact that there's also yellow accents that this green is competing with really makes me uncomfortable. On his Gundam's got knife shoes.
Shit,
Like
it does.
yeah, he could jack somebody up with his feet. I actually really like this Gundam. I think he's pretty cool looking. He's got an accentuated penis. So I'll say that. And then I don't know if chat can see this, but if you zoom in on the tail of Funsaki, I do not like the tail of Funsaki. I think it is stupid looking. It looks like a claw. It looks like if you walk behind it, this fucking giant tail will swoop down and bite you like a fucking lobster. And that's my professional opinion. I don't really have any complaints. He's a pretty good bad guy other than that, because I know the character, but yeah. Raku, on to you.
Yeah, I agree with everything that people have said so far. For Asia's design, the color palette to me doesn't really hurt my eyes. It's at least kind of consistent in that it's purples with accents. I do agree with Wazy on the clasps and the things being green. It's kind of a weird contrast. What I don't like, that's a little confusing in this particular render. So, you see the black stripe that goes down that Pink mentioned. It goes down the torso, then connects with the edge at the bottom. If you look at it the wrong way, you can kind of interpret that as also negative space, like it's a gap in the clothing. And I don't like that because it sort of just assumes there's like a void. Because obviously he's not, this is not complete shadow underneath that, but it could be mistaken for negative space. And then it makes the bottom edge where it joins and becomes the bottom trailing edge stripe look even weirder. And then I don't know if it's just because of my monitor, but the color shading on the black stripe part is very similar to the dark highlighting shadows on his pants. It's not the same, but it's very close. So it almost looks like there's this black void running all the way down his body, his coat, and then like connecting to his legs. It almost looks like they wanted to put black stripes on the bottom edge of his pants too.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
And it just kind of messes with your eyes, but it's not really that offensive. The other thing, his braid in the back up near the top of his head, it's hard to tell if that's supposed to be like a ponytail braid because it's kind of coming off of a weird part of his head in that angle. It almost looks like we're seeing one braided pigtail and there's another one obscured by the other side of his head.
If I recall, he only has one, but that would have been fucking dope.
That would be actually really funny to have pigtails.
He's
And,
got the Pippi Longstocking look.
It's just kind of weird just in this particular render. Gundam wise, his Gundam looks cool. It kind of looks like an inverted color scheme for Epion from Wing. It reminds me a bit of that, which came later, I believe. So I wonder if it was inspired by that a little bit. Kind of like the head shape reminds me of Epion a bit, and then kind of the wings and everything. But it's a cool design. I like the color scheme. The knife shoes are a little bit weird, but very,
What are you talking about? He could jack somebody up with his feet.
Yeah, it's not outside the realm of what you see in Gundam designs. This one's pretty, not out there. I will say, like, maybe Matt can or Wazy can tell us that have seen it. In the render of him on top of the horse, the orientation of the wings looks different. Like, do they like fold down, like kind of like over the shoulders instead of just kind of vertically on the back, like regular wings?
I believe they can go like they go up and like up down and spread out. I think in that case they're up and then folded down. So they do have a fold in the middle.
Okay, because you can't see that in the 3/4 render up above. Yeah. It looks like they're just straight up mounted to the back, like was it Wing Gundam or Wing Zero?
Yeah.
But it's kind of a neat effect. It's sort of like big feathered wings, just not with a feathered texture.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and
not bad.
It's funny. I just wanted to point out that Snake is saying, "God, I would kill so hard for G Gundam model kits." It's funny that you say that because there is a model kit that exists of this of Master Gundam and Funsaki.
Can it ride the horse?
Yeah, and you could put it on the horse. Absolutely.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
So sick.
mind you, it was last printed like 10 years ago, so chances of finding it now are very slim.
My question would be, we can open up for general comments now. This is Master Asia from Neo Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
His horse's name Funsaki?
Yes.
Which is a Japanese name.
Yep.
Maybe his name is just meant to be like universal, even though he's from Neo Hong Kong. He draws inspiration from all of Asia, I guess.
Oh no, he's the Asian hot pot.
And he looks like a European guy, as Pink mentioned. So big fan.
He looks like the kind of man that would marry a Taiwanese woman and then call her his Oriental bride.
No.
Oh.
He does. Does he not? He looks like one of those guys.
That's a very specific archetype Wazy mentioned. But
it's very specific, but you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Very I own a summer home in Singapore kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like Eric Salamander saying he looks like Tao Pai Pai from Dragon Ball if he was homophobic.
Oh no.
Naked Snake says he has a PTA mom bottom.
Yeah.
Like semi culottes.
I feel like this guy would not be the worst. Like he's actually a pretty solid design altogether, considering how old this is. I feel like he, if you wanted to tweak him, it would be so easy to make him not look like weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like the green, the make that black line lighter so it's not blending in with everything else.
And like I
Change
said,
the
like
shading on the pants.
generally he wasn't a bad like he was a very good well done antagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a good antagonist, and it's one of those things where like it was really obvious to find out when he was an antagonist because he wasn't at first. Because the first time that you meet him, he's helping defend the protagonist from much evil Gundams, and then they do a cool like awesome pose thing from their school, the School of the Undefeated of the East.
Okay,
But like,
question.
yeah,
So like Eric said, does he ride the horse inside his Gundam and they're both wearing the suit? Is that how that works? And also, what if the horse poops in the skin suit? What happens?
that's
Well, then you
that's
got
why
a
the
shitty
tail looks like
horse.
a hollow thing. It's actually a chute.
Oh no!
Oh, I hate this.
yeah.
There's like
Also,
an evacuation hose that just shoots it straight out of the chute. It's also a weapon attack.
also the gun to specify, the horse is not inside Master Gundam. The horse is inside the Horse Gundam.
That's what I thought.
So yeah, the horse is piloting his own Gundam, while Master Asia pilots the Master Gundam.
That is such an outlandish concept because
She
everything else is sort of
probably-
by the book, but having like horse mech pilot, I don't think I've ever heard anything like that. That's wild.
Naked Snake has saved us. Thank you, Snake.
With a save reminder. Don't forget to save, everybody.
Nothing can save us.
Nothing. Are we done talking about this man's ponytail?
Yeah, let's.
Actually, no, wait. Before we go, one last thing. I fucking hate his sideburns, and I love sideburns. Those things are awful.
Oh yeah, I'm glad someone pointed them out because yeah, I hate them too. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the character. Those sideburns are a fucking affront. They are not good.
Because his hair is long and we assume the braid and everything else, so it's probably past his neck. That means he purposely chopped his sideburns shorter than the rest of his hair just to achieve that effect.
That sounds like a bad thing. That sounds like something I'd do. What a dumbass.
Yeah, get it together, 90s era designs. I didn't even think about that until you pointed it out. That is kind of weird. All right.
Okay, I'm sorry if it's my turn now. I'm sorry. I grabbed multiple images of everybody.
I'm
sorry.
I can switch between them as necessary. So I'm gonna go down the list in your folder, Pink.
I don't know why it didn't occur to me we were just gonna look at one image. I was like, okay, I'll just grab multiple so we can get a better idea of the character.
That's fine.
So
this is a reference
Ryza.
sheet.
Yeah, it is. So you can see all of
Mhm.
her dumb outfit. So
Alright.
this is Rise. She's from the Atelier games from her own series. I forget the name. It's just named after herself. The Atelier series is just basically a RPG game where you are an alchemist and you adventure. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm bad at. I probably should have made notes for that. Oh well, too late. Anyway, so this bitch is the main character of her own game. Huzzah! She is 17 years old. Ooh, she's too thick for that. I don't know why they made her so curvy. I don't like that actually. I looked on the wiki and they use the word supple to describe her thighs.
Oh, I
Oh,
hate
no.
that.
Oh.
I hate
Go to
that.
jail.
That was a
Oh,
big minus. That was a big minus for me.
Ooh, I hate that.
So upon looking at her, you might not assume this, but she is a farmer, or at least she's the daughter to some farmers, and she helps out her family.
Okay.
She starts off in this outfit, and she's not an alchemist when she starts the game. So you can imagine my frustration at seeing this character having potion bottles and stuff on her and like a staff. And she's just a farmer girl, and I'm like, what?
it's It's her milk potions.
Milk titty or Tata
Oh
potions.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's her lady juice. Anyway,
Oh, that's even
there's
worse.
there's a lot of things wrong with her design. I could probably go off, but I think I'd rather hear you guys go off because it's pretty bad.
I
So,
have so many things to say.
All right, go for it.
I want to hear it.
Okay. First of all, I'm just gonna go from the bottom and I'm just gonna move my way up. First of all, her fucking boots, and you can see her fucking feet, and they look like fucked up sandals. She's got like a toe ring going on, but like also like
Her
fucking I don't
socks.
know.
It sucks.
I don't know what's happening there, and I don't like it. All right, moving on up. Again, she's got a lot of bottles going on. She's got like a thigh pack, but the thigh pack is like weirdly too close to her knee, I feel. So I don't know what's exactly going on with that. But next, the back of her jacket pisses me the fuck off. She's got like a Coke pull tab right near the butt. And then she's also got this hole under her hood, which I don't know what that's for, airflow or some shit. I just fucking God. And then her hat with the stupid bow on it. I don't. She's got too much shit going on here. It looks like they sat in a boardroom and everybody was like, okay, pick something you want to put on this character. And everybody went around the table and everybody put one stupid fucking thing on their character. That's what it looks like. She looks like an amalgamation of like 5 other people's ideas.
Well, I've had good news for you, Wazy. Every single character in this series looks like this.
Great, I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. All right, Raku, your turn. Destroy her.
Oh boy. At first glance, this design is not super egregious to me, just at first glance. You know, if you look at the reference sheet, you think, hey, this is kind of whimsical adventure girl. You know, again, if Pink hadn't mentioned that this girl is an alchemist, I would have had immediate questions for why she's strapped with vials and potion jars and the thing on her leg, which looks like a water bottle. And I'm not sure how it stays in place. It's like a leather strap and it's like forced through. But the more I look at the design, the more I get confused. We did mention the feet. The footwear is weird. How is the toe ring and then the little cloth thing anchored into the boot? Is it
That's
something?
actually her socks.
Okay, so she's wearing
She's
socks.
wearing thigh highs, but they have no toe part.
Okay, and then the leg wear itself makes no sense to me. They're like thigh-high boots, but there's no articulation points between the knee or the ankle. So that must be the most soft and elastic material. It looks like leather. And if we're going to assume it's not futuristic, fancy, like polymer material, how could you move your legs and feet? It's like, it would be like one solid piece. There's no joint. There's no separation at the ankle or the knee. So maybe she just sort of kind of Tin Man balance walks everywhere she goes because she can't run. You can't run in something like that.
Oh no, of course
May
not.
I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
I did actually put in my notes. Stupid run. She runs really stupid.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Oh yeah,
Perfect.
That makes perfect sense. Moving further up, the cut off hot pants. You know, I've seen worse. I think the fact that they took her belt appendage thingies and then made them crisscrossing in different directions, to me that's a little bit weird because like you have the big leather belt with the gold buckle going in a diagonal angle, and then you have the thing above it with her vials going the opposite direction. And what are those two things holding up? They're not holding anything up.
No, they're just
strapped
Milk
around her.
bottles.
And her shirt has a weird pattern that you can only see if you zoom in, where it's got like a frilly edge, but then it goes up. It's like a midriff that opens upwards like an A.
Yeah.
Which is
Might
weird.
Open...
Her upper body garment, that weird sort of coat with the gaps and the weird bottle opener on the back that I didn't notice till Wazy pointed it out, is kind of weird. But what bugs me about her upper torso is her bicep sleeves. Where are those? Those don't connect to anything. They don't.
They don't. They fucking don't. Oh my god.
They don't connect to her vest like thing. It's a different fabric. If you look at the 3/4 render, the second one, those are just straight up rubber banded to her arms, and I don't know how they stay up without falling down to her elbow. But and they have draping parts that go over too. I don't like that. That doesn't make any sense. And I'll give a pass for her only having one glove, but those bicep sleeves they don't make any sense, and I don't like them. If they just joined up to her shirt because of the same color, sure, it would be weird, but I'd get it. But even if you look at the back, they're just wrapped around her biceps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Matt, have at it.
Okay. The part that bugs me probably most is just her fucking yellow hoodie thing has like 3 or 4 things going on. It has the pull tab. It has like a loop right at the bottom of the hole that doesn't make sense. The bottom is pleated for no reason, and above that pleating there's the other pattern of the crisscross, which seems it's extremely excessive.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, so there's like 4 or 5 things going on with and then if you look at the top of the hood, it's a little bit tough to zoom in, but there's a little crisscross on the top of the hood too. So there's like 5 or 6 different patterns and designs going on one hoodie, none of which are necessary. The magical bicep sleeves, yes, they're rubber banded on, but also like the red part underneath it feels like it's being tied in place there. Like, and it's being tied directly into the elbow pit, which can't be comfortable.
Oh yeah, because it's got the little dangly bits.
Yeah, and it's got the little white dangly bits at the bottom too. So like, there's that shit going on. She has a weird hand bracelet, which is going around just her hand, like just her 4 fingers.
Oh fuck yeah! I didn't notice that. God.
Like, there's that horse shit going on.
I thought that was a tattoo.
Nope.
No, that's a
bracelet.
that's a little dumb hand bracelet.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
Oh, I see it on the side profile. You're right. Oh man, I really don't like that.
Yeah, there's that. Like, the only part that I can say is acceptable about her design is her head. Like, the hat's okay. I can accept the hat the way it exists. The little hair clip's cute. Her face is cute. But like, yeah, her weird tank top, that's dumb as hell. Her bicep thing's dumb as hell. Booty shorts, not the weirdest I've seen. And yeah, the fact that the boots just look like they're aggressively uncomfortable. Like she doesn't look like she's comfortable in what she's wearing.
Not at all.
I did notice something else as we open it up for discussion. Maybe I'm just too used to concept art nowadays and the emphasis on the thighs. But if you zoom in to any part of her lower body, she does have like the little bit of part kind of like sticking out that people do on the thighs now for thickness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They made sure to make her thighs juicy, unfortunately.
How old is this game again?
A lot more.
She's
Huh?
17.
Yeah,
No,
she's
not how old is she? How old is the game that she comes from?
It's new.
Oh, it's new.
It-
Oh,
there's-
okay.
Like, it has a sequel, but like it's newish. Like, it came out within the last 4 years, I think.
Okay.
If you look at the single standalone of her, that I should probably delete the other one, but there's a single standalone of her in the same outfit. You can see the pull tab thing with the milk bottle. It's actually attached to her shorts. Which doesn't make it any better, but
What?
doesn't
God.
make it any better, but that's how that works.
I just noticed something that absolutely ruins the first render of her head-on design. If you don't pay attention to where her hot pants cut off, and you just think of it kind of like a really, really short skirt, the shadowing on her thigh gap could look like her underwear.
Oh, it could. Oh, I hate this.
I don't
See,
like that.
and-
I don't like that.
And Raku, I almost kind of want you to pull up the 1C as well, because
That's
she has different legs on in that.
Okay, so that's her sequel outfit. I don't know why I included that. That's her sequel outfit.
Okay,
That's when she's
okay.
older. I think she's an adult in this one because the games actually do progress in time.
Okay. Well, in that case, then like the one that is one where it's just her and it's like obviously like a concept art as opposed to a reference sheet. Like that one.
Her shorts aren't even together in
Yeah,
that one.
her short. Yeah, her turns out her shorts are actually have holes in the sides of them.
Yeah, they're tied together with bows on the sides.
Oh, I fucking hate it. I hate it. I
Was the
hate
intention
it.
to have the alternate versions of this character be other parts of the round or part of just one round for her? Because I feel like we can.
Sorry, I should. It's just one round. I just included a lot of different pictures, so I was
Okay,
like,
I'll
might
pull
as
up
well
another
show
one.
off.
We'll sort of do an extended one for her since we've got different versions of the same
We can
character.
We can
Just
kick her
just
ass.
if you pick up the one that's just number one, just so that people can see the bows holding her shorts together.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
this-
feel that's an imperative. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just zoom in on them on them shorts.
On them shorts and those
Yes.
unnecessarily thick thighs.
Yes.
Yeah.
You zoom in on that. We can just not look at the third one because I guess it's not really relevant.
Let me pull this
Yeah,
up on
but-
my
I mean,
machine.
The outfit's nicer, but like not by much.
But yeah, there's just bows holding the shorts together, and I fucking hate it.
Oh man,
It's
that
pretty
like
bad.
everything on her legs is just holding on for dear life. Like those strap things on her one leg and then the like garterish looking thing in the other leg, they're just like held together by prayer. Like this definitely screams more modern thickness, which is not bad, but it is egregious. And the thigh gap's even worse on this one.
It
It's-
is.
They
Oh.
Yeah.
really accentuate how fucking fat her thighs are.
You kick a field goal.
Yeah. They
Thanks.
really, I hate to use the word, but the wiki I used it, supple. Her supple
Mm.
thighs and her thick
Which-
breasts.
She's older in this
Yeah.
one.
She's older in the 1C. In one, she's in the one we're looking at. She is a minor. So it's like, oh god, why did they do this?
Japan.
Snake says maybe
Japan.
why is she wearing booty shorts? Eric says
she's
her
a
hat
farmer.
looks. Eric says her hat looks like some of those. Someone put those sticky things that kids had on their wounds.
Band-Aid?
I like the idea that they're false boots and they're just painted on.
Bit says the boots upset me so much. She must have no blood flow below her knees.
I did notice
Yeah,
something
she has
else.
necrosis on her toes.
We were talking about the goofy stuff on her hands. On her
Mhm.
left arm, she only has 2 fingers missing in her fingerless gloves. Her thumb
that's
and her first
stupid.
finger, everything else just by the way it's rendered. So that's a full glove, but she just has cut off bits on her pointer finger and her thumb. That is,
Oh, I
Stupid.
don't like it.
but I think it's the same
It's
type of glove on
stupid.
her other hand because the patterning is similar with the brown and the strap.
Mm.
So it's symmetrical, but why would you do that? She's not a digital tablet user.
Yeah, sadly, one of the biggest problem with Atelier games is that their designs are very over-designed, and a lot of things are asymmetrical, but like in a confusing manner. Like their clothing straight up does not make sense, and they don't try to make sense.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think I put up the wrong image. I just realized on screen.
Yeah,
I'm,
you're looking at
I'm look-
looking at 1C,
I'm looking at
which is
1C.
her
Yeah.
grown-up one, which is the legal one to look at.
Illegal. We are allowed to look disrespectfully.
Yeah.
I don't
And now I'm
want to,
looking at one,
bad.
just one straight up. That I think the proportions are worse on 1C, but my comments about the thigh gap remain.
Yeah. Also, Snake asking what the fuck is up with that staff. Honestly, the staff is probably the least egregious part of her design in this picture. Like,
Looks
I
like a
actually don't mind that as a staff.
It looks
Yeah,
like a
it's magician
propeller.
staff, basically.
Yeah, it's like a wind mage. It's like a little windmill. I like it.
I think it's kind of cute if you think about it, windmills thing, because she is a farmer. Her family are farmers. Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I can get behind the staff. That is the one part of this design that offends me the least.
Oh boy.
I think we're done trashing on her because she's
Yeah, I
pretty
don't think
bad.
we
She's got
Like-
a lot going on.
like stop.
This is a
She's
train
already
walk.
dead.
I'm
This
just-
is a train wreck of a
I'm just
woman.
yeah, she's awful. I'm just gonna say before next time, let's just not look at like the extra images on them for the other, because I actually chose like a lot of images, and I'm realizing now that was a mistake.
Okay, when
Okay.
we get to your second round, just tell me which one you want me to pull of the list. That's fine.
Okay.
Right. Let me go grab Wazy's image.
Hopefully it's number 1.
Yes.
They're all numbered. But okay. Okay. Um, let me explain, everyone. Okay.
God.
So, this is from a PlayStation 2 game that I am currently holding in my hot little hands called Samurai Legend Musashi.
Oh
And
my God.
this game is from like 2005. It's a video game on the PlayStation 2. Came out about the same time as Kingdom Hearts, kind of. So this is the main character of Samurai Legend Musashi, and if you know that name, it's actually a Japanese legend of Musashi the samurai. They took it and they made Brave Fencer Musashi, which was a pretty popular game. And then they were like, but what if it was 2005 anime? And then they made that into a pretty decent game. It wasn't that bad. The mechanics are kind of shitty. Anyway, so this is Musashi. He's a samurai, as you can 100% tell. His hair is 100% exactly like that in the game. It is
Oh.
it is lovingly 3D rendered so that it is constantly moving in that little squiggle. And in the game, he is transported. He is summoned from his own world to another world where he must rescue several maidens to stop the evil Grand Drake from doing shit that'll fuck up the world. You know, classic anime bullshit. So he spends a lot of his time in his game holding girls' bridal style and not picking up that they're hitting on him. And also, he has a motorcycle section, which controls as badly as you think it does. And that's Musashi. Raku, what do you think about Musashi here?
Oh boy. If we keep going on this trend per round, I'm going to need a drink by the end of this session. But first of all, thank you for clarifying that this is a dude. Question though, is this Nomura?
Yes. I actually didn't look that up. Hold on.
This design, I don't know if who did the character
It was
design.
100%. It was Square Enix. So possibly.
Yeah. This is a very like Nomura-esque design, like Kingdom Hearts era. It's not like the most belts I've seen, but this is a design. But first off, can I make one observation I noticed that I think is a holdover from other things I've noticed from this character designer, if it is Nomura, and like things like World Ends With You and other things I do like. It just seems like kind of a trademark, but I can't not see the gutters on this dude. And they're lightning bolt shaped. This guy's got the Harry Potter equivalent of gutters, and I absolutely hate that.
Oh no.
That makes me want to just die.
I love it. Bits is screaming stop.
Never stop.
I'm
Do
sorry,
not
Bits.
stop.
Blame Matt for bringing it up first.
Yeah, I'll fall on that sword.
But like this is a very kind of cartoony design, and I don't really fault the proportions and everything like that. Dude has kind of big hands. These are like yaoi hands, but I think it's because the proportions are a little more cartoony.
It was indeed Nomura.
Okay,
Sorry, I just looked it up. It
All right.
was, yep.
Yeah.
I just wanted confirmation, but it is.
The hair is funky. It's very stylized. Obviously, he's got kind of like the ponytail samurai aesthetic. It's got the weird jagged bolt thingy. But what really draws my eye is like the top and front of his hair. It looks like this guy has a face hugger grafted to the top of his head. And it's weird.
You guys have been so mean to Musashi.
I don't really see like how it makes sense and how you would render that, because like stylized, yeah, it's very stylized, but like man's entire front of his head is a dangerous object. You can't talk to this guy or get close to him, or you're gonna poke an eye out. And on the topic of eyes, someone explain his goggles. Why are his goggles X'd out? How does he see?
It's actually a design reference to Brave Fencer Musashi, because Brave Fencer Musashi also wears goggles that have X's for eyes.
So
But they never look through them; they just have them on their head.
Oh, for cool points. Okay.
So the goggles do nothing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
is this just like Nomura-esque samurai Tai from Digimon?
I mean, kinda. Tai was cooler, I'll say that.
A couple things. Just I'm sure other people will bring it up, so I won't spend too much time. We'll move on. Thing on his left arm. I don't know what that is. Someone else come up with a theory on what that is. It's like a buckled arm sleeve. I don't like it. And what looks like a unsuspended suspender cage around his legs.
Yes.
It's like
yes, that is.
his garment. It looks like it's pulled down. Like there's another part that goes over his body because it's kind of crumpled around his waist. But yeah, it's got a lot going on despite being a bit more simple in overall composition compared to the Atelier one we saw. But yeah, it's very stylized. I just have a lot of questions. Matt, feel free to chime in.
Okay, I've got a lot to say about this character. I have a lot of thoughts about him. First off, he looks like he walked out of an anime con from the mid 2000s. He's got the bondage pants. He's got the yaoi paddle. He's got the weird hair.
You beat me. I was gonna say it. I was gonna say that.
He's wearing a ribbed turtleneck sleeveless crop top, like, because if you zoom in, it is ribbed like a fucking ribbed sweat turtleneck. His hair is actually a top knot, not a ponytail. So he's got the full samurai top knot. The paddle I played the game, a chunk of it. It's supposed to be an oar because in the original Legend of Musashi he used a boat oar and a sword as weapons. But no, it's just a big old paddle. And yeah, Raku, I'm glad you pointed out the fact that he has like the weird drape on the bottom of his pants. It looks like his ass has a hoodie, like like his ass has a camo hood is what it kind of looks like in this picture. And on top of that, another important thing to remember about this game, it's cell shaded. So it's all of this in cell shade. Like it's a weird choice. Also, yeah, he absolutely has the friggin' the lightning gutters. And the asymmetrical bracelets because he has the red bandage thing going on one arm and the yellow. It looks like he took he took a tiny raincoat made for like a tiny little guy and just stole it and strapped it to his arm. And also, yeah, and the funny part is the goggles are the least offensive part to me.
That's the least offensive part to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not offended by the goggles. I can live with that shit. But that being said, the game itself is actually not terrible in and of itself. Just the design is, oh boy. But I think that's all I have to say about that at that point. But man, oh man, there's things going on here.
Oh man, oh boy, oh man. Okay, my turn. Okay. So I'm getting the feeling he might be a fast character. And why might that be? He seems to be he's kind of got an arrow motif. What's with his weird little cage over his pants? He's got little arrows there. His hair,
yeah, okay.
top knot, arrows. His hair looks like a bunch of arrows, shitty arrows. I hate his hair. I'm so sorry, but it makes me want to die.
Thank
is
you.
vile. His hair must be so crispy, just full of hairspray and hair gel. Just like, when you touch it and like it crumples and falls apart because there's so much stuff in it.
It's a whole carton of egg whites.
Yeah, it's crispy looking. I'll just say that. I don't like the fashion is pretty terrible, but I think it could be forgivable if the colors weren't so ugly. Because he's got a lot of bright saturated colors and then some, like the non-saturated ones are fine, but like he's got orange, he's got green, he's got yellow, he's got red. I feel like I can't tell what kind of color represents him because that's how character designs usually go. They've got like that one strong impact color that kind of gives you a big feel for what kind of character this is. I can't tell what his personality is. Wazy, you said he's kind of dumb. You said he didn't understand women were flirting with him.
He is 100% dumb, and he basically has the voice of English dub Naruto.
Okay, so the only way I could possibly get that personality out of him is if I looked at his dumb pants and his dumb yaoi paddle and say he's dumb as rocks because it looked like rocks.
You know what
shitty rocks.
I'm really surprised none of you mentioned this because I thought this was going to be a big point that everybody was bragging about. Was about the fact you could see his underwear hanging out.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, prison culture? Okay. He's also got like a backpack straps. I'm not sure. Is that supposed to be for a sheath of some sort?
I was going to bring that up too.
Sword?
No. His both his swords are held on his butt.
Okay. Another question. I just now noticed it. I thought the paddle ended like in his fist. I'm just now seeing that there's a bar there. Why is it so fucking short? It's so confusing.
I don't know.
wait. What is that? Okay, if you look at his little orange pant thingies, his pant covers, there's like a brown thing right under one of them. What is that?
I don't know.
My guess is another belt.
My best guess.
Oh yeah, it is another belt. Yeah,
it's another belt. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Check the
I
box
forgot.
number.
Yeah, he does have another belt. I'm looking at the box art right now, and it is indeed another belt.
His sideburns are okay. I'll forgive him for those. I guess if I'm looking at his pants, they kind of remind me of like overalls, or those sort of things you wear when you're like a mechanic, a body sort of.
Hydrate reminder from Lion Tamer.
Yes, I've been drinking my water.
I need something
like,
stronger than water.
Camo on the inside. That's my best guess on what the fuck he's wearing. It is. That is something. Yeah. Ooh, I feel like I'm looking at this is my OC do not steal.
You're so mean.
If we open it up, one thing I noticed that has been brought up a couple times, the paddle, it is short. I didn't really notice that until I looked at in his hand. But the camo pattern on the paddle itself is very clashing with everything else, maybe except for whatever's going on with his butt hoodie. But he supports our troops.
It's because he found it. It's really old, and he finds it in the first part of the game.
Okay.
You guys are so mean.
I would actually prefer if they brought that sort of motif into the rest of his design, like more than just what they did on the stupid pant thing.
I also noticed, and this is sort of in line with what everyone was saying, I didn't realize that was his underwear over like the top of the belt.
Oh yeah.
But
it is, yeah.
But his butt hoodie forms a collar around his waist.
Yeah.
He has a waist collar. I didn't even think that was conceptually something that could ever exist.
Thanks for the save reminder, Eric. We've been saved.
Whew. That's a design.
Ragu.
Good pick, Wazy. Good pick. That's it.
You're so mean. You guys are so mean. All right, Raku, I guess you're up.
All right. I guess because the WebP ones open up on the internet, they're the only ones that I'll just keep this tab minimized since everything else just pull up in photo viewer. That's fine.
You can actually save the image as and then just change the HTML into a PNG. That's what I did.
That works for some WebP images, but not all of them. I've noticed.
It didn't work for these?
I didn't try it for these, but when I've saved stuff on other projects, if I try and save it as a .png, sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. Or sometimes it'll save, but like Photoshop still won't recognize it. So it's fine. It's not a big deal. I still loathe WebPs with a passion. I like to shoot whoever came up with that format.
Yeah, I hate them.
All right, are you ready to return to Star Ocean 4?
Are you ready, kid?
No,
Sure,
but I'll
let's
do
do
it.
it.
Aye, aye, Captain. Let's go.
All right, we have Raimi
Wow.
Sayonji, the female co-lead in the game, and she, I think you pick her up at the beginning of the game. She kind of follows the main character around. She's like the female
He's
alternate
the love
protagonist.
interest.
She's not the love interest from what I remember. I don't think Edge gets romantically involved with anybody. He's too
Good.
sad. He's too sad boy. But Raimi's thing is she's an archer. I think she's can cast stuff too, but I got some real opinions on her outfit a little bit, but her weapon I've got some thoughts on. So I will leave the majority of the comments on her outfit to the rest of the table. I will say that it is kind of suspect that they decided to render her butt first, essentially. I don't remember how old she is. I'm pretty sure she's like 16 years old. So Japan. Um, but her weapon, all right, and this might be a raku factor you guys are getting for free. I used to do archery back in Earth School. I never owned my own equipment, but we used to be part of an archery club, and my friends and I would go shoot at stuff. So I've held like a recurve longbow, and I've seen some of the really fancy competitive ones that people use that have the different components and weights and everything on a recurve longbow. Her weapon makes no friggin' sense to me at all. And you kind of need to zoom in to look because it looks sort of like a weird bow, but it's actually a gun bow.
Yeah, I see he's got a trigger.
It's got a trigger, and her finger is almost on the trigger. She is not practicing good trigger discipline. But how does this thing fire arrows and fire bullets? Is what I want to know. It must have like a clip that loads and then it shoots. But where does she guide the arrows when she wants to shoot regular arrows? Because maybe she shoots them from like the part on the upper edge where the bow kind of goes outwards. But it's like a light energy bow. The string is not a string. The string's like a weird little like lightsaber thing. It's an interesting design, but it makes no sense from like a practicality standpoint. And it's got a scope, but the scope is like down where the barrel of the gun is. So how would she aim that? She couldn't aim it when she was drawing the bow. She could only aim it when she's trying to shoot something with the trigger. Eric says Monster Hunter has one gunbow, but it makes sense because it explains that the string does a little explosion. Yeah, well, Monster Hunter also has bow guns in addition to just regular bow and arrow bows, but I think they went a little bit too like super sci-fi with this. Like, don't put them together because it doesn't make sense. If you have a gun, why would you shoot arrows?
Yeah.
Other than that, you guys can talk a bit about her design. Her color palette is fine for this one. I don't have a problem with her color palette. It doesn't get too out there, but oh man, I just don't want to look at that bow anymore. Matt, please
Okay.
please chime in on our Raimi Sayonji.
Yeah, because I was gonna point out, color palette, I'm fine. It's dark blue, light blue, pink, and a little bit of white, and the white's not it's not offensive to me. It's not the worst. I also agree. Yeah, like it's a bow, but also a gun. But at that point, it looks like the bow string and the tip of the bow are made of like the same kind of energy, which means if she tried to pull back on the bowstring, would it hurt the same way that the energy bolt at the end would? Or does the energy bolt not hurt that much and it's all based on impact? Like that that feels kind of dumb as hell to me. Uh like the fact that she's wearing heels, like that kind of heel into combat, it doesn't make sense. That's kind of silly. Also, she's wearing friggin' techno assless chaps for leggings.
Oh God.
Because it appears that they went with the atelier style of character design, where they had to show off a teenager's supple thighs, which is a weird choice. But like all in
Japan.
all like
Japan.
waist up, the design does not offend me, and like it doesn't really offend me that bad. It's not that bad. It's a little weird. It's once again, one of those things like there's more details than there needs to be, but at least the color palette makes sense on this character. So like I'll agree. Like the bow and her legs are dumb, but like other than that, I can live with that.
Okay. Pink.
E.
Okay, so the longer I look at this design, the more I hate it. Uh, when I first looked at it, I was like, "Oh, this is all right, I guess." And then I started looking, I was like, oh, 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 okay." So I know we've been talking about stupid shoes. If you take a look at her dumb shoes, she's wearing some sort of armor plating over the top of her foot. I don't understand why, if she's already going into battle in heels. And her entire legs seem to be wearing some sort of fancy tech leggings. Like, there's armor plating on them. Form fitted to her body. Fantastic. What the fuck is going on with that skirt? It's like metal plates. I hate it.
I
It
hate that
makes me
skirt
want
too.
to scream.
Doesn't
It's
make
very
sense.
ugly. I agree with Matt. The colors are actually quite nice. At first glance, I actually kind of liked the bow. I was like, oh, that's kind of sick, a gun bow. But then I was like, looking at it, I was like, how does that work? And then as you guys made your point about the stupid gun bow, I was like, oh yeah, that makes no sense. Um, I feel like they probably should have gone with a crossbow or just a gun or just a bow. You know, not all three or not two, because yeah, how does that work? Does it shoot bows and like bullets? Is it a separate mechanic? Like, how does she load up the bow part? Like, I want to know. Yeah, her face, cute and inoffensive. Her hair, cute, inoffensive. Don't like whatever that thing is behind her ear. Little antenna. I'm not gonna say anything on the ass because we already all know what we're gonna think about the ass. It's there, it's loud, it's proud, it's in our faces. I don't like it. Um, yeah, I don't like her armor. It's very distracting and form-fitting in a way that kind of repulses me. Like, there's some form-fitting armor that looks really cool, but like, I think they missed the mark on this. It's overly detailed, but under-detailed, if that makes sense. Like, they took the leggings and then they made it highly technical, but it's so form-fitting you wouldn't be able to tell in a silhouette, you know? So I kind of hate it. Anyway, I'm done ragging on her. Wazy can go.
Pretty much everything I was going to bring up was brought up. The only thing I have that's slightly even different is like with the bow gun. I don't know why, but with the red and the blue on there, it kind of almost looks like it's like a Pepsi gun. Like she's about to
shit.
she's about to shoot Pepsi cans at people. And then other than that, I really don't like the thing behind her ear that makes it all pointy. I don't know if that's like a communicator device or what the fuck. I don't know how that's attached and it weirds me out. And unfortunately, because it's the main focus of the picture, I have to look at her ass. And there's like this weird ribbing going on the bottom of her shorts. And I don't know what's going on there, but they're like a light pink kind of idea. I don't know what's happening there, but it honestly looks like it's like purposely trying to be too tight. Like
Yeah.
Tamer says again, Samus suit. Snake says, "Why does she have assless pants?"
It's gotta show off them goils.
The future. I'm doing jazz hands.
Once again, must show off the supple thighs.
Mm-hmm.
Thighs, supple.
If we're opening it up, I just thought of something as we were talking a bit about the weird concept with the bow. There is a third option for how that thing works that makes me want to jump out of a window. It's possible that she has to load the arrows into the gun to fire them and then draw the string. And it only fires one way, and she has to hit the trigger and release the string at the same time.
Complicated and stupid.
Well, then what's the point of the future?
I don't know. And aside from that potential nightmare, the fact that it's two different colors on the top and bottom is also something that bugs me. Like the top part of the bow, it's got like a mix of silver and blue, and then the bottom that's kind of sticking out past her legs is just silver. I don't like that. And the top has like teeth on the inside. I don't know what that is. And the bottom doesn't. It's like an asymmetrical longbow, which is more like a horse bow, really. But yeah, and I don't know what the thing on her head, the little pointy thing is. I think it's supposed to be a communicator. It's either that or a hair clip. I don't know from this image if it's supposed to be like actually clipped to her ponytail where the ribbon's coming out. It's hard to tell here. You'd have to look at like an alternate version of the render to see where that thing actually goes. But it's distracting, and I hate her skirt. And I didn't notice the ribbing on the hot pants. It almost looks like it's just devouring her posterior from the waist down. I don't like it.
The only positive thing I can really say besides the colors is like she does have an interesting silhouette in terms of like the bow gun
True.
and
Yeah.
her skirt. But I feel like it would have been a more successful design had they considered different shapes.
Now that I think about it, you're right. On the topic of the silhouette, though, if this was completely like a flat shade of black, like a shadow, you couldn't tell if she was holding a bow and a gun or both. Because the silhouette around her hands would just be blended together. So it would look like she's holding a bow and arrow weapon because you'd be able to see the string and in one hand, and the other hand could potentially be holding like a shotgun or like a sawed-off weapon.
Yeah, like her silhouette is interesting, but it's not good.
And then you see the actual result, and it's worse.
Yeah, pretty bad.
All right, I think I dislike it less overall than Edge. But
like this is a better design than Edge.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's one of those, like I like the silhouette. I don't like how the torso is drawn particularly well. Not as horny as other JRPGs, but not necessarily unhorny. Like
it's not
like,
a 0% horny number. No.
Yeah,
No.
it's a non-zero horny design. When it would look almost better if it was a zero horny design.
Oh yeah, shit. I would love this design if it was just like, not horny. I feel like if they put a little bit more thought into like the shapes.
Japan.
And made it like not creepy, it would actually be a really solid design. Like instead of, I don't know, her little shorts, give her pants. Just the thought.
Snake says, too bad she doesn't have them apple bottom jeans and boots with the fur.
Boots
with
the
the fur.
she hit the flow. All right, let's move on. I will pull up Matt's second round.
I believe I know what my second one is, and I'm very excited for this character. I know Wazy is.
Oh,
yes,
fuck me.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
bring him up. Here's one of the main characters of G Gundam. The pilot's name is Chibbity Crockett from Neo America.
Oh.
You can tell that he's very American from his tassel jacket, the star on his shirt, and his cocky attitude. He's personality-wise, he's very patriotic. He wants to make his hometown of New York City proud by winning the Gundam fight. He apparently a major part of him coming back to Earth is that he lost his mother to clown terrorists.
Oh my God.
Yeah, terrorists that are clowns.
Well, that was for you, Pink.
No.
He also has a cheerleader squad called the Chibbity Girls.
Oh my God.
Who more often than not actually wear business suits, weirdly enough.
Matt, can I interrupt you for just 1 second because I can't resist?
Yes.
Chibbity's nuts. Continue.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's all good. No, I completely understand. I would have done the same. Yeah. His Gundam here is Gundam Maxter. As you can see, looks a lot like a football player. He is a football player. He has a jet-powered surfboard that he rides around the planet. Not pictured. He has a couple of guns strapped to his hips. Also, his shoulder pads can come flying off. The helmet can go back, and the shoulder pads become gloves, and he becomes a boxing Gundam.
Oh my god.
And it is
That is
that is one of the more common parts of his fighting is that he'll put on the boxing gloves and go ham on other Gundams.
Whew.
fantastic. Can I please say some words about him now?
Please do.
Okay, I didn't realize he was a football player, but as soon as you said it, I see it now. And wowie, wow, that sure is an American robot right there. They did it. They Gondon did it. The colors, everything. That's a fantastic Gundam right there. That is just one hell of a Gundam. Um, uh,
Love that you went
I
Southern for that.
I feel attacked.
I actually kind of like both of the designs. I know this man Chipotle or whatever his name is.
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
This
Chippendales.
is Chippity Crockett.
Chip. Okay, so Chip. I like his really dumb hair. I like how he just looks like a regular gay guy now of 2022. Like, I feel like I could pass by somebody in the streets wearing this outfit and I wouldn't think much of it. Like, I love it. It's very out there. It's what's the word? It's camp, and I kind of adore it actually. It's super stupid, very dumb, but I like it a lot. I don't have much else to say besides I like his Steven Universe fan shirt. It's great.
Naked Snake said that
Yeah,
too.
and his hair. Oh, he's also got really sick sideburns. I love those sideburns. I'm digging it. Okay. On to you, Wazy. I've professed my love.
I love his tasseled bell bottoms. They really match the tassels on his shirt. The only thing that makes me upset is that the front of his hair is dyed pink when it probably should have been red, because like if the rest of his hair is blue and he loves America so much, you'd think he'd like try to go with the colors of the flag.
What if he did and it's just washed out?
Also because I know this character, I love him because he is like the definition of a himbo. He's great. And one little detail that you could really tell this is the football Gundam is like it's got like the little football strap right around his chin.
Yep. I noticed that too.
I think that's fucking adorable, and I also appreciate that his Gundam is 100% red, white, and blue. Raku, on to you.
If Japan does one thing consistently well in their concept designs, it's on the nose. They will take an idea or concept and hammer it into the ground to make sure you get it. If you didn't know, this guy was just America, the guy and robot, then you don't read theming too well. For his design, everyone stole my points. I was gonna say he looks like college age con refugee Steven Universe in a Western outfit. I don't really understand the little yellow button thingies all over his shoulders and his cufflinks. I guess they're just like buttons or things that are set into his garment. Again, not egregious, but a little bit weird because everything else kind of fits the standard theme. Like it's like futuristic space western wear. Instead, I'm going to focus more on his Gundam because it's not the weirdest design I've ever seen. The angle that the artist rendered it at is a little bit weird. I think it's just an old drawing. If you look at the way the legs and the lower body, it's like there is no lower body.
It's like he's leaning forward, like his knees go backwards.
There's that, but also the like pelvic connection part. It looks like there's maybe a section above that that's missing. It's basically chest to pelvis. There is no midsection, so it makes the whole thing look really like kind of squished. And I don't know if it's just this angle that they chose to draw. But yeah, the football helmet, like I don't know what they call that thing that goes around the front, the grill on it. That's kind of weird, but thematically in line with what this guy seems to be about. Also, no one else pointed out that his Gundam looks like it has holsters on its legs because cowboy.
My
Oh
God,
yeah.
it does.
I think it's supposed to be armor because I don't know what this guy's weapons look like if he actually has like handguns, but it looks like Western style revolver holsters plated or bolted onto the thighs. But yeah, overall, I don't have too many complaints other than it's just kind of unusual concept wise. But yeah, this is probably the most on the nose one we've seen so far as hey, it's America. You guys know America? They do America things.
Look,
There's something I just noticed. Also, he's wearing Converse sneakers
shit,
Yeah, there's that
is.
too. Yeah.
because America.
Oh shit.
And they're kind of dark, so you can't tell if they're laced.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can open it up. It's not the worst, but it's kind of a strange design more than like an offensive one. I think it's fun, but yeah, really really on the nose.
Yeah, but like between that and the fun fact about his Gundam here, this is actually the less stupid of the Gundams that he pilots.
Really?
In the manga, he has one that's just straight up a cowboy, where he has revolver chambers for shoulders, a cowboy hat with bull horns on it, a giant yellow star on the front of the Gundam, and spurs that jingle jangle jingle
Oh
on
my
the
God.
like. Yeah, this is the less egregious of his Gundams.
Why
Does it
didn't
have
you bring
fringes
up the
anywhere
other one?
or
Because I
chaps?
just learned about it right now.
Oh,
I guess there's being on the nose, and then there's being so on the nose that you punch the nose out of the other side of somebody's head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like no, real talk. Like this Gundam and this character are ones I actually genuinely enjoy. I just wanted to see people's reaction to a football boxing Gundam.
fantastic.
Eric asks, "Is the Gundam named Cheeseburgers and Stars?"
Freedom.
Nope, this is Gundam Maxter.
Lion Tamer says he has space dandy sideburns.
He does.
Yeah, he's got fantastic sideburns. I adore them. Like his design, like the main character, his design is messy, but like I'm overlooking it because I like it.
Yeah, it's fair. And Snake is asking if I have Neo Mexico as part of this. Sadly, Neo Mexico didn't make the cut.
Yeah, there's weirder ones.
No, Neo Mexico, I'll mention him now because I didn't bring him in. Neo Mexico has the Tequila Gundam. And it's not great. It's actually a little racist. That's part of why I didn't bring it in.
All right.
Racism.
Racism.
Okay. Pink, you're up, I guess.
Okay,
All right.
so
If we're done.
I don't know if you have the image because I went around and deleted a bunch of stuff because I was like, oh wait, this guy isn't from this series of games. Whoops. Because I'm Boo Boo the Fool, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted you to look at Arthur, just the Arthur picture, not the one pondering the orbs. If you have that.
Yeah, RF4 Arthur.
Yes, RF4 Arthur.
Oh, this one actually sizes up nicely because it's not a full body image.
I wanted to give the full body image, but I probably forgot to put it in there.
Oh, I have a
Okay,
different one.
so
Yeah, I have a different
I'm
one
a
too.
dummy.
Okay.
I'm a dummy, and I accidentally didn't think about it. I was like, this man's hair is so ugly. I want to talk about it.
Is this a
he's not-
dude?
Yeah, this is a dude. He is Arthur. He is from the Rune Factory 4 games, and not the Atelier games, which is my bad. Oopsie. Bye, Sour Lad.
Later, Sour Lad.
Yeah.
So, yes, he is one of the romanceable characters in the Rune Factory 4 game, because that's a big aspect. He is old enough for you to date and marry. They never clarify what his age is, so I assume he's an adult.
Suspicious.
I assume he's an adult.
Never
I
assume.
did- I mean, why would they make you marry him if you're a child? That's weird.
Japan.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So based on looking at him, you can probably tell he's serious. He's bookish. He's smart. And yeah, he is. He's like a nobleman or something. Uh, Aside from that, he likes glasses and he likes cute things and turnips. So, he's kind of freaky. Um, I can't say much about him except I really don't like him because his fucking haircut drives me crazy. Uh, but yeah, go off.
Pink, I think the reason you hate his hair is because it looks like yours when you go on a
No,
crazy chopping spree and then your dad has to even it out.
no, don't curse me
I
like
feel,
this.
I feel that's why you hate his hair so much.
Don't
It's because
read
it's
me
like
like this.
it's like looking into a mirror.
Oh boy.
Shots fired.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I fucking hate the little belly dancer tassels on his fucking cape. I feel like he fucking jingles when he walks, and I would want to push him down a flight of stairs. Also, his book is annoying as shit. I don't know if you could zoom in on that book, but the picture I'm looking at of him, that little star thing in his hands is a book. And it's fucking, it's just, why do you have a book that's shaped like that, you dumb idiot?
See, Naked Snake's taken off. Night,
Okay,
Naked Snake. Thanks for
Night,
tuning
Snake.
in.
It's just, he looks complicated. He looks like he's fucking annoying. He looks like he's too much for me to deal with. Like any mini side quest he would send me on, I feel I would be infinitely annoyed by it just by how he looks. Like somebody could be like, Wazy, can you get me 4 golden dinosaur hooves? And I'd be like, you got it. And then like this guy would be like, excuse me, Wazy, can you deliver this note to the other side of town? And I'd be like, fuck, it's so inconvenient, you little fucking shit. Yeah, I just also he's got like this pocket of feathers on his shoulder, and I just
I'm gonna make one note.
Mm-hmm.
Those are quills.
Well, yeah, whatever. They're quills to write in his stupid book, and I want to push him down a flight of stairs so that I can listen to his belly dancer bingle bangles as he goes down the stairs. Ragu, you're up.
All right. This design is not really, to me, as egregious as some of the other ones we've looked at, but I do have some issues. And I think it's partly based on this dude's face and posture. Just based on the face and posture and sort of the vibe of the design, this guy screams, actually from Reddit, the person personified.
Yeah, see? Fucking inconvenient motherfucker.
He's gonna push his glasses up with his finger and say, actually, you're wrong because blank. Updoots, please. His book, and Wazy pointed it out, that's a Star of David book, which thematically is an interesting idea, but in no way is that thing practical. How do you write in something that's shaped like that? Because it's got a spine, so it opens and closes. So one page is half of that. How do you write notes in something that's half a Star of David? You freaking don't. You don't do that, you big glasses wearing dingus. The rest of the outfit, to me, is not terrible. The way I look at it, he's wearing a big cape with a collar, and the quills are pinned onto the collar. And it's like a big draping garment that goes over what looks kind of like a student coat, like a long coat type thing, or a robe. But I don't understand where the pattern tassels with the little belly dancer things Wazy mentioned on it. Are those sewn underneath the collar and they just drape down? Is it's just the collar its own piece that sits on top of everything? It's got layers, but you can't tell where the layers start and stop underneath. Like maybe the whole thing from the collar, the tassels, and then the like fleur-de-lis pattern thing that goes further down. Maybe it's just one big garment that has 3 layers, or it's 3 garments. It's kind of hard to tell. This looks like a very warm and sweaty garment. I also don't like the fact that I can't tell where the little flower chain going over his hand is coming from. I think it's supposed to be like a bookmark. Like maybe it's coming from within the book or underneath.
On the picture I'm looking at, it looks like it's pinned to the side of his coat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's on his coat.
Let
That's
me
just the talk sprite in the game, so they're lesser quality.
let me look at the other image. Oh, that other image doesn't tell me anything.
It's just the pondering my orbs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I want to sock
I'm
this kid in
looking
the
at a full
orbs.
bodied one that's in here.
I replaced it in the folder because I deleted it earlier, so I was like, oopsie, I'll put in an actual character from the Atelier games, and then you guys were like, no, it's fine, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
put him back
Again,
in.
this one doesn't really offend me too much. Like the palette isn't terrible. It's a little bit kind of clashing, but not like night and day clashing. Uh,
Mhm.
Overall, it just guys, it's an off-putting sort of vibe more than the design itself. But Matt, uh, go for it.
Yeah. Honestly, part of the reason that I was looking at the other image that is like a full body image that's kind of like this one, like, yeah, he's wearing like essentially a trench coat, a creepy trench coat, with a dumb cape over it, but the sash around it. He has a little like red pouch that right in this picture he's hiding behind his cape. Like he's a little red pouch. It looks like it's a book with a strap on it, but not really. Uh, he has like he has extra puffy pants under this coat, which I'm just like, why? Is like the idea of the character is good, but he's very over accessorized. Is my problem with him. Like I'm okay. I can deal with the haircut. I've seen worse. I can deal with like the color scheme. We've seen worse today. Uh, it's just more a matter of just like there's too much accessory going on with this person. But like outside of that, it's just like no, yeah, everyone else has already covered the majority of everything else I want to cover. I just wanted to like point it out, just like too much accessories and dumb pants and dumb shoes.
Oh man, while we open it up for everyone to chime in too, I pulled up the other image, the full body one that Pink stuck back in the folder. I want to punch this kid even harder now after seeing this.
I fucking told you. Also, Eric sums it up great by saying he looks gay and homophobic.
He does. I hate him so much. I'll never marry this character in the games. He's
So
so
Reddit.
annoying.
Yeah.
The only good thing I have to say about him is he likes animals. Like, one time in the game, you can do a quest to pet an animal, and he's like, go on, pet it, and it's like a bull. And then instead of petting it, I accidentally punched it.
Oh,
And then the game was like, good job. You pet yeah.
you sure did.
I don't know what's going on with the front of his shoes, which I couldn't see in the previous
they're
render.
like loafers, but like he's got gold on them because he's royal, you know?
Oh, so
He's a
it's like an
royal
accent. I thought it was
Yeah.
like little weird man paw feet.
No. He's wearing I hate his pants. They're just I know you can't really see them,
Yeah.
but why on earth would he be wearing baggy, puffy pants?
They're like drawstring pantaloons.
Yeah, and then it's like the same ugly mustard green color, relishy green as the sash. And it's just I don't like the sash to begin with. So why did they keep that?
Okay, now that I could see his full outfit and like see the inside of his coat or his cape and see a different color, the palette is considerably worse now that I can see everything else.
It's
I
bad.
was gonna give this kid more of a pass, but now I just want to just drop kick him right in the junk.
Mm-hmm.
Mustard green. You've never seen mustard green line, Tamer? You should get your eyes checked. I have perfect vision. Yeah, I hate how he's got like two different blues right next to each other. I know what you're trying to say, was it?
I'm just like sitting here like, you fucking. You wear glasses, you nerd.
I still have perfect vision. I'm not retracting my statement.
Whew. All right, shall we move on? Are we done roasting Arthur?
Yeah, fuck this kid.
Yeah.
I don't like Arthur. He sucks. Get rid of him.
Okay, we are moving on to Wazy's second round, right?
Oh shit, me. Oh right, okay.
Let me grab from the directory.
Number 2, preferably.
Got it. It's from the same game?
Yeah, everything's from the same game on
Okay,
mine.
yeah. All
I
right.
thought that was the point, was we had to take from the same entity and bring multiple people.
I
Yes.
did not do that at all.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to. Anyway, so same game. This is Princess Mycella from the same game. She is the one who summons Musashi to her world to help her save it. As you can see, very much Kyrie from Kingdom Hearts,
My God.
but in a different game. She gets kidnapped like 3 times in the fucking game, and then every time she's kidnapped, you have to princess carry her. She sucks and is kind of annoying. She also dies, but unfortunately, thanks to plot armor, gets revived because everybody cries hard enough that she's
Shit.
dead.
They pull a
Essentially,
Pokemon.
yeah. So yeah, Raku, go ahead and yeah, go ahead.
I just want to start off by saying I read somewhere that Mycella is the powerhouse of the cell.
Shut the fuck right now. Shut the fuck up right now.
Oh, that was dumb. I love it.
This is a design, and knowing that it's Nomura now, I kind of want to know if he was okay back then. Like his designs have always been kind of out there, but again, I really like everything in The World Ends With You, and I have no real opinion on Kingdom Hearts, but hair, and we'll see if this is a common thread among the other things we look at in Wazy's selection, but my guy, what is up with the hair on your characters? It looks like, I can zoom in here in the browser. Her hair looks like a head crab is devouring her head from the top down. Before you get to the long parts that kind of go off to the
What
side.
is it with you and head crabs lately?
It's all
Fuck.
it's the sharp tendrils and like claw like things that is very weird for a hair texture. And I don't think I've ever seen that in character designs until you showed me the ones from this game, which is it's a thing. But yeah, this is some weird clothing choice designs. I don't really understand her bracelet thing on her right arm, on her right wrist. It looks like a little ribbon thing that's rubber banded to her wrist, kind of like we saw with the bicep sleeves earlier.
Yeah.
I guess it's like an accessory. Her boots are weird and kind of unusual, but I kind of get what they were going for with the design, like just kind of like ribbon together things that sort of like go around her foot. I can't see the other side, and so if it's just on the front, that's weird. But if there's like a back part, okay, yeah,
There's no back part. It is literally just her skin on the back.
okay, I don't like that. She's gonna get hit from behind in the calves, and she's gonna suffer. Her dress, like from her waist down, I don't understand. It's like a 2-layered plated skirt with a thing hanging down over it on the left side of the image. And then she has like a corset type thing sort of wrapped around above that. It's a very weird outfit. I don't really understand kind of how it fits together. Yeah, it has me scratching my head more than just outright upset at it, which I guess is not the worst. So it's confusing more than offensive to me. But I will pass it off to Matt to chime in.
This looks like older party girl Kyrie. Like, who, it's just more a matter of like, yeah, the boots with the exposed heels, like, that's how Achilles died. Why would you do this? Like, between that, like the weird plate of the two to three different skirts that she's wearing at once, I don't know what's going on with that. Like, the multiple tank tops I can tank top look I can live with, but the 3 skirts, the corset, like, this is another of those ones. It's also like, actually no, now I think about it, no, the color palette like I can kind of live with, like the purples and pinks, a little bit of brown. It's just more like the black of the boots I don't necessarily agree with.
Real quick, we got Froggy in chat popping in to say hi.
Frog,
what's up,
It's because I stopped in on Bananas to just say that I was live elsewhere, but that I loved her. So
Oh.
that's why.
So he's a copycat, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he literally copied exactly word for word what I said.
Oh, what a
his little
fool!
teeth? A little teeth.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by, Froggy. Feel free to check
Yeah.
out the VOD archives of our terrible opinions later, because it's been a live
Yeah.
session so far, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry, Matt. You can continue and then pass it off to Pink.
Yeah, it's all good. Honestly, like, no, I can live with her hair, honestly. Uh, but it's just it's the three skirts, the exposed heels, and like the corset's kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about it.
Thanks
but
for the bits, Lion Tamer. Lion
Yeah.
Tamer does not like this character. Fair.
Get
Yeah, it's
this
fair.
crusty ass bitch off my
Yeah.
screen.
But yeah, it's the triple skirts or the two skirts and a sash. That's the part that bugs me the most.
Nobody's liking any of the characters I brought.
You brought
don't know
Nomura
yet.
characters.
I don't think we've liked any of the characters that we've presented so far.
That's
I
fair,
don't-
but
No,
I at least liked my game.
I liked Matt's American boy.
Oh, Chibbity Crockett, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess-
Chipotle.
yeah, I guess-
Crockett.
I guess yeah, Chippendale Crockett got a pass, but overwhelmingly we have dumped hard on majority of the choices. Master Asia was pretty all right too, but yeah, Wazy's like 0 for 2.
Yeah,
I think
and it's not gonna get better.
I'm 0 for 2 as well. It's okay. It's not about who wins.
I feel like it should be. Anyway, carry on.
We passing it to Pink.
Oh, my turn? Okay, so I'm actually gonna say this is actually probably the least offensive character that's shown up for me personally, except for Chipotle.
Chibbity.
I like yeah. Yeah. that guy.
Chipmunk.
Yeah, that guy. Anyway, I actually kind of like her design. It's almost avant-garde, but like I gotta say I don't appreciate her skirts, like the pink part. If they got rid of that part, I think this would actually be a pretty dope outfit all in all together. I know y'all are dunking on her stupid shoes, and I don't think they would be comfortable either, but they're visually interesting. But as somebody who's had stuff rub against the back of my heels, I can say she's probably in pain often. I think if they maybe changed some of the colors around and got rid of that weird pleated but pushed out pink skirt part, maybe turn the white skirt underneath into the same color as the like pink shirt, I think this would be kind of solid, except for her hair. So like,
Yeah, okay.
like she's not the worst. I don't mind her so much. Like I feel like she would be a really easy fix in terms of like to make it nice, you know? Like I like her bracelets even if they're kind of silly. I like she's kind of got like a delicate feel to her almost. I wouldn't think she's a princess based on her appearance. So maybe if they want to tie in the more princess vibes, they should give her like I don't know, jewelry, like a crown, maybe a tiara, maybe some like a hairpin with a crown on it or something. But yeah, she's like not the worst. I don't hate her. I'm not really gonna rip on her.
Fair.
All right. Final thoughts. I think it's the skirts that bugs me the most. It doesn't really make much sense, but we've kind of harped on that already. I will say, and this might just be because I've spent too much time on the internet, the way her boots are laced, and maybe again this is just something that is in the back of my brain, because I now know that there's no covering on the back and they just go around, it makes me think of that trend that you saw. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, where people had like things sewn into their bodies. I think it's considered body modification.
Oh fuck yeah!
You know,
So-
you can do that with thread, right? It's pretty popular.
Yeah, fuck off!
And now that I
It's
see
called corset piercings.
now that I see that, and it's possible her boots are like sewn onto her calves.
Fuck off! Fuck off with that thought! Fuck off with that thought!
I don't think so. I hope not, because
I have killed the conversation.
You did. Get fuck.
Um,
Let's get this bitch off the screen. I think Lion Tamer's dying.
Can we-
Yeah.
can we take like a brief break so I can go use the restroom? I can load the next
yeah.
image so we have it ready to go.
Okay.
Oh, it's mine, isn't
Okay.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do that.
I'm actually
and-
also gonna go quickly grab a drink. Wazy,
gonna-
while I'm moving around, do you want anything?
Yeah, can you fill my water for me?
I'm gonna
Yes, I
eat
can
a
do that.
cookie, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna eat it.
I'll entertain chat.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay, we
Hello,
want
everybody.
image 3 of Star Ocean. Oh god, this guy too. All right, I'm gonna put this one on here. Then I'll just mute my mic. I'm gonna grab water too while I'm away, so I'll be back in 1 sec. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Crash the stream. Crash the stream. Hi, everybody. It's me, your local friendly neighborhood Wazy, here with some facts about the people at the table. This stream was brought to you by, by what?
You know, that pharmaceutical Scrimble Scrums.
Oh, by Scrimble Scrumble. This is brought to you by Scrimble Scrumble. To get your free prescription of Scrimble Scrumble, go to scroms.com /giveaway /legally medically viable /freegiveaway.com and use our promo code Ragu Sucks and you will get a free trial of Scrimble Scrumble. Warning! Side effects of Scrimble Scrumble include the inability to eat paste, heart murmurs, critical organ failure,
Shingles.
and the tinkles.
I said shingles.
Shingles, and also its lesser known brother, the tinkles. And in some rare cases, death. But the prescription is free.
Totally free. Get it now while the offer still lasts.
Get it now. Well, we're still being paid for a free prescription of Scrimble Scrambles. And if you like Scrimble Scramble, you'll love its cousin medication, Snarf. Snarf lowers your blood pressure and also causes acute cases of hair growth.
What are you talking about?
Fucking today's sponsor.
Grump. Snort.
Scrump. If you go to that long ass website I said 5 minutes ago and type in the code Raku Sucks, you'll get a free sample.
You heard it here, folks.
That's our sponsor for today.
Scrumph.
I'm back.
Scrump.
Scrump. You just stole a Zelda name from Game Grumps going to Line Tamer. Scrump.
Scrump. Listen, you left me alone, and we had to do the sponsors of today's stream, and I panicked. Okay.
I see Eric is asking if I was frying chicken.
If you're talking about a crunching noise, that was me. I'm sorry.
No, they're talking about how loud you piss.
Oh.
Could you guys actually hear anything? I muted everything on the stream.
It might have been me. I was opening a can of soda.
We heard everything.
Also, I've got a package of cookies in front of me that I've been,
Huh. That's
sorry.
interesting. So if I mute our Discord call and I mute the mic source in OBS, you can still hear what goes on in the background?
No, we couldn't hear. I was just fucking with you.
It was us. It's probably me.
Oh, okay. I just saw Lion Tamer's quote. It's not like you guys heard anything incriminating, but my bathroom is in the same room as me.
Calm down. We didn't hear you pissing.
Are you streaming in the bathroom? That's such a good idea.
Now speaking of bathrooms, let's get back to these shit takes. you! That was a perfect segue! You can all eat my entire ass! Fuck you!
Wazy,
Fuck
Wazy,
you!
I like
Fuck you!
I like we all just
I would-
decided to no sell her joke at once.
I was gonna go da 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 joke, but
Fuck you guys! Fuck you guys!
I went with it. Why are you mad at me? I went with it.
That's really funny.
What goes better with a shit take than a hot fart? Come on.
Now that's something
that's
I want
good.
to see on a shirt. That's a quote for a shirt right there. We depending on where we end up going with this whole project, maybe we can come up with some Salt Table Sessions merch ideas that all involve terrible opinions.
yes.
You could say that they're all trash tastes.
Oh,
Don't
I
sue
think
me.
that's don't sue. Yeah, don't sue.
All right, let me load up my guy on my screen here. This is FaZe Shifa Beleth from Star Ocean 4, The Biggest Disappointment. This guy is, I think, the third party member you get. I don't know what his race is, but they're like an elf animal people you find on a planet.
He's a bunny boy.
It's hard to tell from like this particular shot, but he doesn't have bunny ears, but they're kind of like fuzzy elf ears. It's just weird from the angle here. His outfit is probably the least offensive of the three we've seen to me. It's very much a different style. It's supposed to be kind of like a fantasy. Where'd my cursor go? A fantasy type design versus the other ones, which are like futuristic, sci-fi ish. FaZe's design is more like kind of fantasy, elven, kind of space elven, I guess you could think of it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I do like that the color palette's pretty subdued and not really clashing in a lot of ways. It's just kind of white shades, a little bit of dark accents, some kind of mauve, purple, light purplish. And he uses, I guess, just a sword. Because again, it's not supposed to be like super futuristic, technical type design. So this one I think is okay. It doesn't jump out and actively make me want to scream. But go ahead and chime in, Matt.
Yeah, overall, like, I can kind of live with him. His weird puffy sleeves with exposed shoulders, which are exposed to what I'm just going to say is another Zero Samus suit, except in black, is kind of a interesting choice. And his little bib collar thingy, although that's kind of common with that kind of design. The blue suspender dealies going off of his crotch flap, though. That's that's a little interesting. Because it's just like,
Notice those.
yeah, the blue, yeah, his little suspenders. Like if he put his suspenders on, his crotch flap would be flapped up so to expose himself. And
Real-
the fact that like,
Real quick, I gotta go get a battery for my mouse. My mouse died while we were talking. Keep going.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
oh yeah, and also like his pants kind of do like the poofy thing out, but it looks like the poofy part, like the white in the middle, isn't attached to the rest of his pants, so he has like weird thigh chaps going on. And like other than that, like the boots, I'm not super offended by. Like I can kind of live with those, even though they have like the croc handle on the front. Yeah, it's just like, and honestly, like I do like the sword, although the sword kind of contrasts with him because it's like it's a really edgy sword. That's
Thank
all I
you.
really. Yeah, Pink, go.
My turn? Okay. I don't like whatever's going on with his sword and sword sheath. If you look at them, they're different lengths, and also they don't seem to fit together. So that was the
Oh, you're
first
right.
thing that threw me off looking at this boy's design. Like, he's kind of cute. But there are just like some minor things about his design that are kind of ugh, yuck. Patooey, I spit. Maybe not on him, but in general. Like what Matt said, his boots aren't the worst, but I don't exactly like them. I think the thing I like most about his design is like the cut shoulder bits, because like that's kind of fun. I think if they I think his pants are actually shorts and not like a cut off chaps like Matt was saying. But I think if they were cut off chaps and like more accentuated, that would be more fun and interesting. But they didn't do that. Um, like he's got some pretty good colors. I can't say I like that his hair is like a neon green, and there's absolutely zero sign of any other green on his design. So maybe if his hair was like blue or pink, I think I would like his design a lot better. Maybe even black, because like he's got some nice black accents in there. Um, but yeah, he's like not the worst we've seen today. Definitely not. Um, I like that his boots kind of have like the indentation for bunny feet. So I don't know what's going on with his crotch flap, so I don't really like that. But yeah, I can't think of anything else to say about him. He's kind of weird looking. Your turn, Wazy.
Yeah, I 100% agree that his hair clashes with the rest of his outfit, and I fucking don't appreciate it. Another thing I will say about his feeties is it looks like it's actually platform um shoes. It looks like he's trying to get some extra fucking height in there. If you look down at his shoes, he's kind of got heels and it almost kind of looks like they're platforming. The other thing, like since Matt drew attention to the crotch flap with the suspenders on it, I don't know if chat can really see it that well, but if you look right under his belt, he's got another flap. Thank you, Rocky. He's got another flap that's like over top of the bigger flap, and it's just like a little pink one. So
That kind of
he's got like
tongue-looking thing.
Yeah,
yeah, he's got like dual
it's an
flapping going
overall.
on.
It's an
Yeah,
overall.
it's got like a dual flapping thing going on here. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I think I do like he's kind of a bunny boy, like his ears are interesting. But my main gripe with him is that his hair clashes his outfit. Also, he looks like he's some kind of royalty of some sort. Like he's some kind of snobbish um fucking like prince type motherfucker.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. From what I remember, he's not. I don't think he's royalty, but he's kind of a pretentious nerd. Like he's sort of the bookish brain guy of the group, but he's also kind of awkward around people. Like a good example, if you guys remember the nappy time video, he's just kind of like
Yep.
awkwardly watching him, and he's like, why am I just kind of sneaking around? And he gets like all flustered, and everything about that clip is absolute abominations. But from what I remember, his sort of attitude is he's kind of up his own butt, I guess is a good way to think about it. Um, I didn't notice that the discrepancy with the shape of his sheath and sword that Pink mentioned. That seems to be how they roll with characters that are wielding swords, because Edge had the same problem with that weird shaped sheath of his. But yeah, I don't know. Again, couple less major nitpicks, but of the ones we've seen, I think FaZe's design is the least offensive to me. I didn't notice the texturing on his shoes and his kind of like feety things until you guys pointed it out, though. That is kind of weird.
Like he's not the worst. He's not the worst. He's just kind
He,
of iffy.
he's not the worst, but damn, could he be better?
Yeah, I agree on the hair shade being kind of a clash with the rest of it.
Oh yeah, I'll get yeah. Wazy's the stinkiest, as Lion Tamer said.
What?
So stinky.
No, mine I agree. Mine are great. I actually like the game that I fucking picked. Fuck you guys.
No, that's not what I said. Were just saying you stink. You're stinky.
Oh,
You're the
all right,
stinkiest.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Don't worry. Your taste isn't so bad so far.
Yeah.
Not the worst. I don't know. I think Raku's is kind of winning.
For
Uh,
worst?
Yeah, for worst designs.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mine's probably next. Probably.
let me queue up Matt's next. I'm remembering where my design choices go, and I know we're starting to run close to. Well, actually, no. According to this, we're not even at 2.5 hours yet. I thought it was longer.
15 more minutes and we will be.
Mine don't get better. I'm just gonna warn you guys now. So let me grab Matt's first. So this should be the third round for Matt's folder.
Pretty sure I know which one.
If it's alphabetical.
If it's alphabetical, I know exactly who it is.
Yeah!
Yes!
Is
All right.
this?
Canada Man.
This is Cat Man. No.
This is
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, this character, this is Andrew Graham, the fighter for Neo Canada. He's a lumberjack, if you couldn't tell. This is how the latex suits look like inside the Gundam, by the way. This is the best picture I could find of him. Where it has like antennas off the shoulders and on the wrists. And I don't remember what's on his chest specifically because I couldn't get a good picture of it. But it's like some other Canadian symbol that's not a maple leaf. It's like a goose, I think. I don't know.
A goose?
Like a Canadian goose.
His main bit is that he lost his wife to neo-Russian terrorists. So he wants to get revenge on Neo-Russia. At one point, he does have a fight with people in Niagara Falls. And says, I'll give you a rematch. Meet me tomorrow in the Rockies. Not real. And the authors of the story didn't realize that Niagara Falls and the Rockies are thousands of kilometers apart.
Whoops.
Like opposite sides of the country.
Can I ask a clarifying question on topic of G Gundam specifically?
Yes.
It was Chippity's family that was murdered by clown terrorist.
Yes.
Okay.
Jiminy Crockett's mother was murdered by clown terrorists.
Okay.
And Jiminy Crockett has a very rational fear of clowns because of this.
Okay. So my question is, his parents or family was murdered by clown terrorists. This guy's family was murdered by, you said, neo-Russian terrorists?
Yes.
Are clowns a nation in this universe?
No, they are not.
Okay.
We may discover more about the clown terrorists later.
I see. All right.
Yes.
Continue.
And as you can see here with the Gundam, it might need to be zoomed in a little bit more. This Gundam is the Lumber Gundam because he's a lumberjack with his axes attached to his arms that come off and are his primary weapon. And I believe he does have some sort of winter hat on the Gundam as well. Honestly, the Gundam design itself isn't too bad. They've never made a model of it. I wish they would. But chances are, we will never see a model of the Lumber Gundam. And overall, like, his character design as a whole, I don't find to be offensive in any way. It's actually rather plain. But I had to bring up Neo Canada. I had to.
To bring up the little guys.
As an aside, I really wish Froggy was here so we could talk about Tukes.
Yes.
Froggy wouldn't know. Froggy constantly forgets what the word toque is.
That's why it would be funny.
He wants to talk about it, but he can never fucking remember the word.
All right, Pink, you have thoughts on...
My immediate thoughts are, oh, fucking hell, this guy's ugly. His Gundam's ugly. I'm looking at these colors. Brown and blue, not my favorite on a Gundam. Don't like it. Also, his little Gundam guy, it looks like a face. It looks like the crotch is of an open mouth. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Oh god, now I see it too.
Also, his Gundam looks like it has a beard. Don't know if I like that either. His shoe feet things also look like a face. Don't like that either. Like, I don't...
He's got too many faces for you?
He's got too many faces. It's confusing. I'm just a small little guy. I don't know. I can't handle this. It's too many faces, man. That brown is just repulsive. It's too dark. Like, and saturated in contrast to the really gross blue. And then they've got, like, the ugly purple. And then the blinding gold. So, I don't like his colors. I don't like his design. And this hobo-looking motherfucker in his gimp suit, don't like him either.
Real quick,
I'm
Lion
done.
Tamer in the chat. His Gundam crotch is doing a pogger's face.
It is. It is. I love it.
Well done, Lion Tamer.
Also, Matt, can you confirm he also shoots maple syrup?
I cannot confirm or deny that he does that. Yeah, he might be able to, but he doesn't do it in the series, from what I understand.
Would it come out of the crotch hole?
Yeah, maybe.
It better.
Is that
Actually, let me double check the story because he might.
Anyway, well, Matt checks that out. I really like the spikes on his shoulders for no fucking reason on his Gundam. Not him, because like that's part of the Neo suit. But on his Gundam, it's got like these inexplicable spikes for no reason. I love it.
Bear claws?
Yep. I also like that the axes on his arm are only like half axis, and they're not really in like a very usable place unless they're just like stored there. But I don't understand because they have handles. But like, how are you supposed to like? Does he cross his arms and grab them? Because like that doesn't seem very logistically good. If they're like actual weapons he pulls out. Also, his when Pink was saying he's got faces on his feeties on his Gundam, he does, and they kind of look like puppies almost. And as for himself, fucking, I know he's just wearing the Neo suit, so like that's not like an accurate representation of him. But I do like that his toque is bright orange so that he can be seen in the forests and not shot at by hunters. Ragu, you up?
This is an interesting one. I'll start with his design. His name is Graham, right?
Yeah, Andrew Graham.
Andrew Graham. Okay. Again, we don't get a whole lot of design elements because of the Neo suit thing, but he just gives off like bear energy. Like, this is my profile picture on a dating site for bears.
I see. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Or he kind of
On
looks.
Tinder.
He kind of looks like
Grindr.
Canadian
Grindr.
Joseph Joestar.
Oh.
And I'm sorry for putting that image in your head.
Oh
that's
my
funny.
god.
That's funny.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Son of a beach.
Yeah, it's not too glaringly weird from like his character design. I imagine, and he's not wearing the suit; he's wearing like flannel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can confirm the way that he gets his lumber axes, which is the name of the actual weapons, out, is he literally flings them into the air by like flipping his wrists up, and then they fly up and he catches them, kind of thing.
So I had a question
that's stupid.
on that. Are the axe things actually an axe weapon that's inset into the arms? Like that thing shooting out of the back, is that the handle of the axe?
Yeah, that's the handle of the axe. So he flips them out, grabs them by the handles.
Ah. I see. I did see
Yeah.
Lion Tamer asked to clarify which Joseph, part 3 Joseph.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will. Are we into the free for all mode now?
A couple things I just wanted to mention on the Gundam, and then yeah, we can open it up. I don't have too much on top of what everyone else has said. I can't unsee the Pogger's face. That's that's a thing. I will say I agree with Pink in that the dark brown color scheme is not good. They really could have gone for like maybe a lighter shade and then mixed up things on the torso with other shades of maybe blue. Solid brown just looks like it's just caked in chocolate, and there's just no brown accents on the legs except for the feet. Like maybe putting some accent marks or something. I don't think brown is a good color complement for blue anyway, but maybe making it so that it just doesn't look like the upper torso of this Gundam was dipped in chocolate would make it a little better.
Soft serve Gundam.
Yeah. If it helps, that the render that I picked does skip out on a minor detail. The middle part of his chest, like where the little nose is on the face, that and down to like closer to the midriff is a little like trapezoid of blue as well. That doesn't necessarily make it better, but as a point.
but it'd be like another color accent that you don't really
Yeah.
see in the render that you've got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I think my qualms are more with the Gundam design than the character design, just because you don't get as much with the suit on. But yeah, other thoughts? Feel free.
Although
He's got. Oh, go
You
ahead,
go
Pink.
ahead. Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, we might have the same point. Those are fucking handles on the side. Those
Yeah.
yellow things are fucking handles.
They kind of
Oh,
look like
shit.
belt buckle loops, you know?
On the Gundam?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, on the
Yeah.
Gundam, if you look at the side, there's yellow, like, handles right by his hips.
Yeah, what are they for?
Fuck handles, I assume.
Yeah, they look kind of like door knocker handles.
The thing I was gonna say is completely unimportant. I was just gonna say the little pogger's mouth also reminds me of the I'm a fire laser.
Wah!
Oh my god. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep.
All right. Well, if you understand that reference, you might qualify for a senior discount. Now
Rocky,
now
we were
I
talking
see that
about
too.
Live Journal today.
We were talking about like Angel Fire and Jito City's websites earlier today.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right. Any final thoughts before we send Graham and Lumber Gundam off to the wilderness?
Yeah, I'm good.
Graveyard, to the
Bring on the next
graveyard.
next
Execution.
victim.
Execute
him. Execution. I hate
Okay.
him. Okay, who's next for me? I forget. Okay, it's Liddy. Go for the full body one, not the 3D render.
Do you know which number? Is it the first or second? Oh, I
It's
see.
3-Liddy.
Okay. Got it.
So this is her illustration piece.
Oh fuck me! I hate this.
I'm not fond
Oh
of this.
god,
Why
why?
she's so tall on the stream. She's so
So-
very tall.
She's
Oh.
getting
Raku, get your face right out of her ass!
Okay,
FBI, open up!
this is Liddy, and she is from an Atelier game. I got my head
Mhm.
out of my ass. She is a
Mhm.
quiet, calm, artsy-fartsy little 14-year-old girl.
Oh god!
So, my first complaint is she's wearing a Virgin Killer sweater with
No,
zero
she's not.
ties.
Yeah,
She's not.
yeah,
That
she
is
is.
a fucking napkin. That is a napkin that bitch has taped
Oh.
to her front. That has no sides to it. In order for it to be a virgin killer, it would have to go around her hips at some point. It fucking is not. It
So
is
you're
just
saying
tucked
it's
into her belt like a fucking napkin.
it's worse, is what you're saying. Let Pink finish the
Yes.
intro before we go around.
I know. I'm sorry.
Who boy? Who boy? And anything else, Pink, for the basics about who this character is or what her deal is?
She has a twin sister, and her twin sister is dressed better than her.
Good.
She's also an alchemist, because pretty much all the main characters in these games are alchemists. The theme of her game is art, paintings, so maybe that helps. I don't know. But, yeah, there's a couple things about her design that I really hate, and I'd love to hear you guys discover them.
Wazy.
Okay, besides her fucking napkin for a shirt, I'm gonna fucking try to keep it low so that the other guys could have something to complain about. But I just want to say the way her, I don't know what it is, if it's a hat, a hair accessory, I don't know what it is, but it's like blue on one side and blue on the other. It looks like somebody took like a bottle and shoved it through her skull, and it's going in one side of her head and coming out the other. And that kind of explains her vacant fucking look. And then like she's also got like these two bottles that look like juggler like fucking pins on her side. Like attached to her belt, and I don't know how that's staying up, along with her fucking napkin of a shirt, which, like, dead ass, if it was a virgin killer, it would go around somewhere. Like, it would go around the hips, at least. But no, that just looks like it's tucked into the front of her skirt. And the other thing I'll just quickly touch on is, like, her boots have this, like, yellow, I don't know what that is, like a weird gemstone thing that's protruding from it, and I fucking like it looks like it's one raptor claw, and I fucking hate it. Anyway, Raku, your turn.
This. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right.
Do you see
First,
why I couldn't quell my rage?
oh yeah, very much justified. I got a couple things. First off, to clarify, because I might have missed what Pink was saying earlier, is she from the same game as the last character, or like a different game
No,
but same era?
she's the main character alongside her twin sister in her own set of games.
Do you know if it came out roughly the same time, or
Uh, it's a part of the same set, I believe. One second. It is I forget how to spell.
Atelier Hansen?
Um, mystery painting, I think. Mystery trilogy. Yeah. Okay, no, wait, never mind. They're not part of the same thing. No. When did this game come out? I don't fucking know.
I will say, to try and put some positivity, even though it's not required for these critiques, the overall color palette, I think is fine. I don't have an issue with the overall kind of dark color scheme, and it doesn't really do anything really out there as far as the color combinations. But I will say, I don't know if it's part of the render or what, but there's this weird RGB rainbow Gaussian blur on a couple parts of her image, like on her right
Oh yeah, I
arm,
see. Yeah.
and then on her hair, her ribbon on the left side of her head. And I don't know if someone was messing around with the lens flare tool and they just like slid off of their tablet real quick. But that's weird because it doesn't really fit anywhere. And it's just kind of like an effect that I don't think needs to be there because it's kind of distracting. But in addition to the like worse virgin killer, on her shoulder, looking at the right shoulder of the image, so be her left shoulder, that may actually be worse than the bicep sleeve things on the other Atelier character we saw.
Yeah.
That's like a shoulder sleeve, but I have no friggin' clue how that garment's supposed to work. Maybe it's fastened to her kind of frilly collar, but it actually annoys me more than the forearm or the bicep ones on the other character, just because it doesn't look practical for one, and it has those kind of metal bits that seem like they're kind of wrapped around, like her going under her armpit. That can't be comfortable.
If you were curious, this game that she's from is from 2017, and the first girl was from 2019.
Okay.
So,
Well, I guess we can look kind of like the era of, earlier on maybe more of the go to jail characters, and later on they emphasized thickness, which would be kind of in line with what people have been talking about on the internet, I suppose. But yeah, it's kind of weird. This design doesn't look really flawed until you look at it closely.
yeah.
The thing on her head, Wazy mentioned, at first I thought they were like headphones, but then I saw her ears, which are way lower on her face. So instead, she's got like geode Princess Leia buns stapled to her head with like a little thing that's wrapped around but not connected. I don't know what the deal is with that. It looks like some sort of mineral, so it's not like a cloth thing, I don't think, unless it's just like a pattern bunched up headdress as part of her hat. I don't know. It's a weird design. Her shirt bugs me a little bit. Actually, her shirt bugs me a lot. One strong breeze and this girl is going to jail.
Yeah.
Go for it, Matt.
Okay. I want to start off with something positive. I really like the staff or wand or whatever you want to call it. I like the swirly design in the gem. It looks really cool. The little thing going off the little keychain dealy at the top of it looks really cool. I like it. Outside of that, this character looks like a gothic Lolita that got half dressed and then left the house. Like she forgot half of her outfit at home, or it was in the wash or something. Like There's no top. She has she's wearing like like the little skirt, which would normally go like just as like a little thing over the big skirt, which is not there. Uh, I'm not a big fan of like the asymmetrical leggings where there's one with a design and like keyhole rips in it. Like that's a little wonky. Her
Mm.
mismatched gloves because her left hand has white fingerless with a big cuff, and the other one is black. And I also am trying to look at this picture. I'm zooming in. Looks like her thumb is going into the wand, and her pinky is broken in 3 different places. Like it looks like she has a significant hand injury and should be consulting a physician. And since Wazy said these bottles look like bowling pins, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee that she's just carrying a couple bowling pins around, like she's about to show us her mad juggling skills. But yeah, and everyone's already talked enough about the shirt. I do not need to continue about the shirt with the weird purple. It's all the only way it could be Virgin Killer is if you count that little purple strap that's going off the side as the part that goes behind on a Virgin Killer. Other than that, no, no. This is a half dressed Lolita with a pretty neat looking wand.
I think those straps that we assume are connected to the main front part of her shirt, because I'm looking at the other image that Pink
Yeah, the
included.
other image,
It's
yeah,
more
it
obvious
makes
that yeah, those are I guess
it-
what's anchoring it down. But boy, if she just
Oh, okay.
snags like a branch or something, that's gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of negative things I could say about her design. Um, I will say I do kind of like her tights and leggings. Like there's a cute little bows on them and the diamond thing at the top. I think those are cute. Her belt is pretty interesting. But you know it's kind of whack.
And it's way high up.
And to answer y'all's question about the head thing, that is 100% gems on her head. It's a headpiece, like a headband, but like really weird. And then she's also got a side pony, but somehow it's in front of that. So I don't know what to tell you.
Fucking terrible.
I will
Yeah.
say that the second image that we don't have on screen here, I'll leave the one that we're looking at here, but the second one is decidedly a worse render for this character.
Yeah, that's her in-game model. You can actually see what's going on with the sleeve though, so it answers your question. It's like one of those sleeves that's attached upwards and hidden
Yeah,
under
it's
the neck bit.
yeah that's still terrible. But in the second image, what is up with her hand? Her left and our right in the thing. It's like the artist, or when they were posing the model, this is like a render of a 3D model. They're like, maybe we should not fix the proportions on the hand because it's like they just didn't try. It looks really weird.
Yeah, yeah. I will say that one of my biggest issues with the Atelier games, aside from the designs, is that they're kind of lazy. Like they'll improve the graphics in the world and whatever, but like the characters themselves, really lazy.
It's like they had a lot of ideas and they're like, what if we try to combine these different design elements to make something interesting? But then they handed off the designs to someone who wasn't in the room when they were talking, that was in charge of actually drawing or creating the model. And so the person is trying to piece together all of the design elements that they weren't there to talk about. And then they're like, oh, okay, so weird revealing shirt thing. All right. Noticeable bottles, but we don't know the shape. Long neck bottles that look like bowling pins. It just seems like there's a disconnect between having the ideas and the execution.
Yeah, it's very much too many ideas, and they tried to compromise instead of cut ideas down to make him a sensible, streamlined character.
Yeah, and I will say, I'm just gonna guess because I haven't played the Atelier games, but it must just be super hot climate on all of their respective worlds,
No,
Yeah.
not always.
with the exception of that one Arthur dude who maybe he's just terminally cold, but all the girls.
Yeah, Arthur's from a different game series altogether, so that was my boo-boo, remember?
Oh,
He's from
okay,
Rune
Right? Yeah,
Factory.
he's an outlier. Yeah.
He's the outlier.
yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
basically all the characters in Atelier are revealing in some manner, except for the men. If they're revealing, it's a joke.
Mm.
Well, so much for gender equality.
Yeah.
All right. Next in the rotation, we are on number 3 for Wazy.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let me grab it.
Oh my.
So-
Fuck.
So this coming up on screen is going to be Grand Drake. He is the
Oh.
he is the main antagonist. So he's the big bad evil guy. After you fight a bunch of minions, you get to him. I'm gonna explain a couple things first before I let Raku say what he is burning to say. Grand Drake is the president of a company. I can't remember what the fucking company's name or what it is that it's doing, but he's the president of a company, and I think his company made the motorcycle that Musashi rides. He's kidnapping a bunch of girls to steal their magic powers so that he can awaken a great evil and become more powerful. He has a final like battle form. Like when you fight him in this form, you fight him in Dark Musashi form, and then you fight him in his like final ultimate form, which is just literally him without the butt cape, and he's just like covered in black with like a little like almost heartless symbol on his chest, and tendril hair. And yeah, a fun fact about him is he is actually a the re sorry, what is it? He is actually Ko- Kojiro Saiki, who is also part of the Musashi legends, who was dragged into the world by the main demon in order to free her. So that's his thing. Is he's actually secretly he's also a nemesis to Musashi in his regular world, and that's everything you need to know about him.
Oh, buddy. Oh,
Carry on.
buddy. I will say that there are parts of this design that I think are the least egregious of the ones you've shown so far, specifically the hair. I got really little to say about the hair on this one. But
You do realize it's kind of like a mullet because it's really long in the back.
yeah, we'll sort of work our way up there. But first, I got to talk about this guy's lower half of his outfit. This guy looks like if you took Seto Kaiba's outfit and made it into a Christmas tree.
How dare you?
I do not understand what they were going for, other than like it's the lower half of a trench coat, but it's layered and it's strapped with belts because again, no murder design. There's probably actually there's not a lot of belts on this one, but we did get zippers on the sleeves. You can check the box for zippers, but
What are you talking about? There's so many belts.
I count 3.
I
5.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 belts.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, his foot belts.
like this is the most belts of the characters we've seen so far. But I'm saying as far as like the worst we've seen in Nomura designs as far as belts go, the belts aren't the most visually distracting thing on here.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the lower coat thing. The butt cape is bothering me because it's like he has an upper half that's not part of this design. Like there's an upper half to that garment he's just not wearing right now because it doesn't, from a design perspective, match what he's wearing on the upper half, which on its own isn't really that bad. It's kind of like a loose like draping hoodie on around his torso, and then it has long sleeves with zippers on it. I don't understand the cutout sections around the shoulders though. And the way this is rendered, it almost looks like the sleeves are sort of buckled to the main torso piece, and then there's just a cutout section, and he's got like it's not a bodysuit underneath because unless it's a bodysuit that only has sleeves, and the torso part in his midsection, the black part underneath the gold kind of clasp stuff, doesn't have the same patterning as his shoulders. So I can only assume it's just something on his limbs, or it's like an underlayer of the whole garment and it's one piece that's just kind of buckled in pieces together. Overall, this one probably pisses me off the least of the Musashi designs we've seen so far. Um, it's the lower half, the lower part. I really can't get past. It's visually distracting. I don't like it. Again, hair not the worst. I think the hair is fine. It's mulletish, but characters in video games like this have that style. It's not too weird. It doesn't look like a weird alien devouring his head. Yeah, palette wise, pretty indifferent to the palette, but yeah, it's a lower coat that I don't like. Matt.
I can kind of agree with you on lower coat. The gray part of the lower coat looks like it is like made of solid steel.
Mm-hmm.
Like essentially it's a giant iron curtain that like he couldn't bend his knees if he wanted to. I both appreciate and hate how his little purple boots have a collar that poofs around his extremely poofy pants. So like it doesn't like trim it down to show that he has incredibly tiny ankles, which I bet he does in these pants. Because looking at the rest of the character, with the exception of his enormous hands, uh, he looks like an absolute beanpole. Uh, Honestly, like yeah, in the upper like it's a well put together design in the sense that there's a central theme, which is nice to see from these Musashi characters. It's the first one where I feel like there's actually a central theme to the character, which puts it above the other two Musashi characters and everything that Pink has brought. Um,
Oh
where
boy.
like
Fucking
yeah, yeah, where at the very least he looks like thematically he's put together, which is good. That being said, it's just it's too much flowy poofy where it's not necessary, and yeah, he's got like an ultra mullet because his hair does go all the way back down to his middleist belt, which is strapped on in a really weird way that's not actually holding anything. It's a pure that like woven belt in the middle because it looks like it's like being held up by his butt cape.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It looks like
Yeah,
it's fastened to the cape itself instead of fastened around his waist.
exactly, yeah. But like outside of that, no, like color wise, like color scheme wise, and like the flow and like thematically, it all fits together. So it doesn't offend me too badly.
All right, Pink. Thoughts on Mans here? Gandrake?
I
Gandrake.
have the gay Drake.
Drake.
Okay.
Gantry.
I've got some thoughts, some little notesy notes I've been picking apart while y'all were talking. I don't agree with y'all on his stupid fucking hair. Take a closer fucking look, you guys. His hair is gelled back, but then some parts are gelled forward.
Oh, you're right.
I couldn't
That
tell
is
that from
so-
zoomed out.
That is
Here, I'll zoom it in
so
on the
ugly.
stream.
Oh
Uh-huh.
shit,
His
you were
hair-
so right.
His hair is so obnoxiously hideous. I hate it. I want it in the garbage. Die. He's ugly.
Ooh, buddy.
Another thing I really don't like is his purple main belt. I don't like that it floats. I don't like that. Not a fan of that. Um, I don't appreciate how he's got probably 3 shirts on. I get it, but like I don't like it. He's got clearly the undershirt where his belly is, and then he's either that or his sleeves are different from his main shirt, his really extremely low cut shirt. And then he's got the stripe pattern, right? But then he's
Yeah.
got this ugly fucking beige. Stick with like, if they're gonna use purple and black and gold and white, okay, cool. Those are some pretty sick colors. Why the fuck did they bring in beige? It's ugly. Ugly. I think I would dig his outfit a bit more if his weird little belt corset was attached to his butt skirt. But it is not, so I'm unhappy. I also don't like how visually empty his neck is compared to everything else. Maybe it's a visual break, but it's an ugly break. I'm sorry, his shoes are killing me. His shoes are killing me. They're killing me dead. They're defying gravity, and they're holding up his dumb pants. That's all I have to say.
You know, it's funny. I didn't realize that his boots have pop collars till Matt pointed it out. Because I was really focused on the stupid butt cape, which to me annoys me the most in the design. But if you look at the way his boots are strapped together, it doesn't make sense because there's like nothing would be secured the way that's designed. It's really stupid. You should not have ankle collars.
And collars as they were.
I think ankle collars can look alright if you give it the right, pizzazz. But they didn't give it the pizzazz. I feel like I'm looking at a wet fart.
Guys, he's busy. He's busy running a company.
He's too busy running a company
He
and
is.
he can't afford nice clothes.
He's
Oh.
running a company and stealing magical girls. What do you fucking want from him?
I want him to dress better, for one.
Am I the only one who's getting offended by everybody's critiques?
No. I probably. I haven't been bothered by a single word y'all have said about mine.
Yeah, me neither. I
I
fully
brought them here to be made fun of.
exactly.
Yeah, I did bring mine to be dunked, and also for
Well-
everyone to just laugh at how aggressively 90s mine are, but...
Well, I know mine are stupid, but still.
I wouldn't say yours are more stupid than any other ones we've seen. Maybe
No,
there's
they're really not.
there's been more visceral opinions, but I wouldn't say that like the last 3 Musashi designs are worse than the ones we've seen because that last Atelier one was bad.
Oh yeah, that one hurt my, that one hurt my feelings.
That one sucked.
And to be fair to your choices, Wazy, I actually kind of dig the princess girl. She's not bad.
Okay, all right. I at least like my media that I brought. Fuck you guys.
My
All right.
media, I play these games. I own Ryza. I own the mystery painting. I own Rune Factory 4. I own all of them.
I
Well,
legitimately love G Gundam. It's still my favorite Gundam series.
Screw
Lion
Star
Tamer
Ocean
says-
4 forever. I hate that game.
Lion- Before we go to Raku, Lion Tamer says he's running a company and beating up people's grandpas because they own Blue Eyes White Dragons.
This guy absolutely
And
screws
they-
the rules. Are you kidding me?
And
Yeah.
they keep calling him knockoff Xeonart.
Yeah, he's
Screw
pre Norded Xehanort.
Last note on this fella before we move on. I absolutely did not see the thing with the hair until Pink mentioned it. I think Matt said the same thing. When you look at how like it's slicked back in different spots, it gets 40% worse. I think
I was
it
like,
it's not to me as bad as Musashi's like weird jagged all directions. It
His
goes-
sperm hair, yeah.
yeah, but it's bad. I think I don't know if I like it more or less than the princess girl, but when you look at it, I would like to see someone who has long hair pull off this accurately.
I don't think it's possible.
Like I have pretty long hair, but I couldn't do that the way it's slicked back because you have to have like short bits to hit spikes in the front, or take strands that are from the back of your head and slick them forward and spike them down. Like that's a challenge to cosplayers out there. You can pull it, and I don't know, maybe someone can fact check on the side if people have cosplayed this dude and if they've gotten the hair right. What
with wigs, anything is possible.
That's true.
What do IRL people look like? Let's see. His name's Gandrake, right?
Yeah.
Adri.
I don't know. I found very little on this game, so I have no idea.
Well, if people can cosplay Aeon from Castlevania Judgment, you never know if anything's too obscure. This looks like it's hard to tell because it's kind of zoomed out. I think this person is cosplaying this dude, but it's the color scheme is a little bit different and just looks like a person with long hair as opposed to like super gelled. I want to recreate the hair. Folks can do research on their own time for that one and make their own conclusions. But yeah, good pick though. I think that one I dislike the least out of the 3 ones you've shown so far.
Like, seriously want to redesign half of these characters. There's
Well, that could be a project for a future stream. Fixing character concepts.
I'm putting my own opinions and saying mine are better.
Okay, all right.
Yay!
So we're on round 4. Let's get through round 4 and see where we are on the time. I think that'll probably take us to a little over 3-ish hours, and we can make a judgment call on what we want to do. I will say, if I can't get to the last one, I would have shuffled my order around to make like Elf Boy last on mine. But let's just see what happens. We can also sort of speed up our criticisms a little.
Speed run. Speed
Yeah.
run.
Speed run.
Speed
Let's
run,
go.
any percentage. All right, Star Ocean 4. This one is a bad one.
Actually, I'm gonna disagree with you.
I think it's because I hate the
Looking at it.
character more than the design. But
Oh,
this is Limmel, who you guys
Limo?
earlier on in the stream saw in the Nappy Time with Edgy clip.
Oh shit, that's her.
Yeah, she wants
Yeah.
a nappy with Edgy.
Oh god.
She's from a different planet than the other characters we've seen so far. I think. I don't know because she doesn't have the ears like FaZe. She's from some other planet, and her whole deal is she's like a child type character. But from what I remember, I think she was like trapped in some dimension, so she didn't physically or mentally age, but she's older than she looks because Japan.
Oh, of course, Japan. Yep.
God.
But I do not like her design. It's not worse than I think Edge or Raimi, but it's still not great to me. I will let the round table sort of have their thoughts, and then we'll sort of loop back. Honestly, I don't hate her design as much as I just hate her character because she's so annoying. But I'll hand it off to Matt to sort of chime in on Limmel. Limmel Lemery Phi, I think is her name.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I know the character sucks, but for the most part, her design isn't like her dress. I can live with. Like, it sticks to like 2 colors with the one little bit of the accent on the white ribbons, and the green, like the green, I can live with. The different the yellow and blue gems, I can live with. The shoes are probably my biggest problem because it looks like she has like half a sock that she tore apart and put on over her heels. Like her shoes look fucking goofy. But like outside of that, like face, hair, I can live with. Her wand, I actually kind of like the cat face looking wand thing. It looks kind of cool. I know that her character's terrible, and I don't have to like her character to at least say her design is decent. Except she needs to put her socks on under her shoes.
I think
That's all I really have to say for that one.
The in-game render is done worse than this concept art.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah, in-game renders are that. Yay.
They're just terrible. Okay, so I actually, upon first look at her, I'm like, wow, that's actually a pretty cute character design. Not bad at all. I mean, like, I do agree with Matt. Her shoes are a little weird, but, like, I kind of get the cute appeal of having, like, spats. So, like, I don't mind them. If I was going to change anything about her design or nitpick anything, it would be her staff and the bow on her head. Because she's already got those interesting hair clips going on with her pigtails. So, like, they frame her head up there and adding, like, a space and whatnot. Like, dimensions up there. Interesting. It gives her a nice silhouette. So I think, like, I don't really mind the visual, like the appearance of the one. It's just I don't care for the colors. Because, like, she's got white, some soft pinks, some, like, reddy browns, and then she's got a very nice green, foresty greens. And then she's just got this black iron-looking motherfucking wand, which doesn't vibe with the rest of what she's got going on. And it's like the only issues I have with her design is that, and the head bow, because, like, I don't think she needs anything more up there. Like, I think she's a pretty cute-looking character. Like, I can't say much else about her. So, on to Wazy.
I'll give her a nice thing. I will say I fucking love the teal and pink color scheme. I've always kind of liked that color scheme, so I like that. I do not like her collar fucking 80s shoulder pad fucking neck brace thing she's got going on here. That looks fucking dumb as hell. Also, like the designs on her dress look like they're made out of rubber.
Mm.
Like they like if you look at the side things and then her cuffs, they look like they're made out of fucking hard rubber shit, and then they're just like attached to the fabric.
Like
And
stamps.
she's also yeah, I don't like it. And she's also got like this bingle bongle on the back of her like her little cape ribbons she's got coming out down her back. She's got this weird teal bingle bongle there, and I don't know what the fuck that's happening there. Also, I agree with Pink. She should either pick the ribbon or the cone ears on your head. Fucking pick one or the other. Those are my opinions on her. Fuck this kid. She's annoying.
Yeah, we'll lightning around the final part of the discussion. I agree with what you guys have said. I noticed something else as we were talking, and I don't know if it's perspective or just because her outfit is poofy, but her hands and feet are disproportionately small.
Oh yeah, her hands are so fucking small.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I noticed that too. I just didn't mention it because I was like, oh, this is probably just perspective or I'm crazy or something.
Maybe she's an alien and her species are just like really fucking tiny hand people. That's their deal.
Yeah.
She's got baby hands.
It's kind of a thing where since her outfit is kind of intricate and has all the different designs and other frilly parts, you kind of don't look at it, but then when your eyes sort of move to her scepter thing and you look, you're like, what is that withered claw grasping the front of the oh, it's her hand. Oh, child, what happened to your digits?
This poor innocent baby.
Someone water this plant.
She's got baby hand disease.
I think that's
So
part of the way the render perspective is, but yeah, again, I don't think Limel's design is the worst of the ones we've looked at so far. I think I mostly just don't like her as a character, but I wanted to include her so you guys could see outside of the cutscene that we looked at what the original concept design is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I will switch over to Matt's pick for the next one. This is number 4.
Oh yeah, this one I picked out specifically for
Me, I'm guessing.
Yep.
I'm looking at him.
this is the pink
yeah.
character. Yes.
Yep.
This is Romario Manini, the Gundam fighter of Neo Portugal. He is a clown. He is a terrorist. He is a clown terrorist. His gimmick as a pilot is that he can mimic anyone else's abilities. Like one for one. The trick is it's still him doing the abilities. So like he mimics a whole bunch of people's abilities. He actually causes severe psychological stress to Chibbity Crockett because of Chibbity Crockett's pathological fear of clowns.
I feel like this is dealing
off screen by the biggest bad.
This is dealing direct psychic damage to Pink, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
Be a terrorist.
Yeah, he's an evil clown terrorist, and this is the Jester Gundam. And you can see he has his lovely dumb stretchy arms. His entire body is like a clown with a clown hat. And he's got his he's got his crazy long leggies and a clown nose. But yeah, he definitely dies. He gets defeated not by any of the main characters, but by the biggest bad, who like essentially eats him.
God.
Hmm.
Pink, what do you think about this evil clown terrorist?
I've got some mixed feelings. Gosh, I like his shoes.
Hard stop, long pause.
I don't like his menacing aura. Like he's a clown, and if his eyes were like friendlier, I think I wouldn't even realize he was evil. Cause like he's got some good shapes in there. Like he's kind of round, rotund even. And then he's got these little skinny limbs. Like, that's a good clown move right there. Pro tip, be clown, big clown. I like his jacket, I guess. Uh, I hate the colors, though. I hate the colors of everything. Why can't his jacket match his shoes? They're both red. Come on.
Oh, I was right to bring this one.
I don't like his hat. His Gundam is kind of sick. I don't like the colors, though. If it was different colors, I think I would appreciate it more. Even the stupid little clown hat bit on the back. You can go, Wazy.
Poor Pink. Yeah, his color scheme is awful. I also don't like that he doesn't have any whites of his eyes. That's fucking, yeah, that's not menacing at all. Jeez. His Gundam, like, I like it looks like his arms kind of split apart to do the two, like, the little springy arm and then, like, the yellow bits on top. I kind of like that, and I kind of like that he's got like hula hoops around his hip, but I do not like that he's wearing green underpants.
I noticed that too. I was gonna say green
His
speedo.
Grundies.
Yeah, his little green undies. I don't like that. And it also
No,
it
wait,
also
Wazy,
kinda-
It's a G-string.
da 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 da.
Joke.
Joke.
Sorry, continue.
I also like it around the Gundam's neck. It kind of looks like he's got one of those jester neck frillies or teeth. I can't tell what they are, but there's like the little triangle things around his neck. That I kind of dig. But anyway, yeah, he looks like a good antagonist. He looks like he would be punchable in the face. Raku, you're up.
All right. I was really hoping no one was gonna make this comparison because it came to me as Pink was slowly dying during their segment. Romario looks like Dr. Robotnik if he joined this circus.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And I started with the eyes, and then I was like, no, the coat, no, then the body shape. It's just like the hair is different.
Yep.
And he's
Yep.
got no mustache.
And he doesn't have a mustache, no. He had to shave it off in order to join the clown squad.
To join the circus.
Yeah, this guy would not be in Honk Force.
No, he's not welcome.
For his design, it is menacing, like we've talked about so far. It definitely gives off menacing energy, even though it's not really that complicated. Like it's very much like a kind of stereotypical clown design-ish. But I think it's partly the pose and the expression. It definitely is like this is not someone you want around your kids.
Yeah.
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 And I do give him props for conveying like that menacing antagonist energy with such a kind of simple idea and design. For the Gundam itself, I think the Gundam's actually kind of cool. There's some things that are goofy I don't like. Pink mentioned the clown, the pointy clown hat.
Raid.
Oh, hey, we got a raid. Pom Pomeroy's raiding. Hey,
You got
what's up,
Pomeroy?
Pom?
games on your phone? I got games on my phone. I don't play them though.
I
Speaking-
only got gacha games on my phone that take my money.
Speaking of games on your phone, you raiders are just in time to hear about today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
I
No.
swear to fucking God, Raku.
No.
Raku, I'm gonna end your fucking life.
I'm just kidding. I'm not sponsored by anybody. That is
No, actually we are. We're sponsored by Schmorf and Borf.
well,
Yeah,
I mean by a
Schmorfendorf, the
game.
pharmaceutical company
Yeah.
that we just made up right now.
Pom Pomeroy's like, I'm out. All
Yeah.
right,
Okay, bye.
Well,
you've been unrated by 9
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, they all leave.
They've left
Yeah,
and
we
they've
do.
taken your existing viewers with them.
Yeah, okay.
No.
But welcome folks that didn't immediately realize that was a bit. We don't have any video game sponsors here, but what we're doing for background is we're doing character design critiques on this pilot, I guess, quote unquote, episode of Salt Table Sessions, where the four of us present things to the group and we critique them for better or for worse.
Yeah.
And to wrap up my thoughts here, I think again the Clown Gundam's got some goofy bits. Not a big fan of the color scheme and the big nose on the chest or the pointy hat. But other than that, the kind of springy arms and the limbs and everything, I think it's fine. I think it's a pretty functional design that's on brand with the horrible clown man. So I give a pass to the Gundam design, and I send the man himself, Romario, to jail.
Sayonara, sucker. Let's get this fucking fake ass clown out of here. I'm tired of looking at his face.
Oh, I hope Matt selected
Pink.
something that's gonna deal psychic damage to everybody at some point, not just Pink.
So instead of my fourth one, can we skip to my fifth one? Her full body shot, which is
Yes. Let me
the
go in.
second image, I believe. It's 5.2. It's a JPEG.
Oh, yep.
I'm so sorry. It's all I could find. This game is not popular.
Okay. That it shows up.
Yours isn't popular. Mine's from 2005 and also not popular.
My game wasn't popular. It's okay.
So this is here, let me read her fucking name. It's long as shit. Her name is Nelk von Lestem. I don't know how old she is. She's got a job though. She's been entrusted to manage and run a city/town, because this is in the spin-off game where you're running a town instead of being an
she's a fucking
alchemist.
mayor.
She's the fucking mayor. She's the baron or whatever they're called.
The
You know?
Baroness.
She's like a noble lady. And
Oh.
she like she wanted to be an alchemist, but she's shit. So she didn't get to be one. She sucks.
Okay.
She has zero talent, but she's very good at other things. So she's good at paperwork and stuff. So that's why she gets to run a town. She's a very sweet, nice girl, but also kind of stupid. But only in one regard. Otherwise, she's like a very competent young lady. Okay, you can go and rip off now.
Okay,
Awesome.
I honestly, I don't hate her. I genuinely, I'm like, oh well, that's a cute. She's got some flaws there, but I don't outright hate her. It could just be because like her tits are out and on display, and I'm like, yeah, all right, I can bypass whatever the fuck else you got going on. The only thing that's kind of really like bugging me about it, like everything else, like it kind of like breeze past and be like, okay, she's an anime character. Of course, she's gonna have this weird half butt cape thing going on. The thing I don't like is her boots, and shoe combo. I don't know if that's like sockies that are going up, but they are not the same length. Because the one stops before her knee and the other keeps going. And the one that stops before her knee has, like, a legging still going up beyond it. And, like, they don't actually look like they attach to her shoes. And that is pissing me off. Also, her sleeve ends, like the cuffs of her shirt, are a little annoying. But at least they match her mismatched, fucked up leggings. But other than that, I don't hate her. Like, even her hat is kind of cute. Like, I'm okay with this one. This one's not that bad. Raku, you're up.
Okay. I think in general, I will agree that of the Atelier designs we looked at so far, I think this is the best one. First off, just so you know, Pink, you have shown off a member from the latest iteration of the HoloLive VTuber group. This person is debuting next week.
Her, doesn't she?
But to talk about the design itself, I agree with what Wazy's saying. There's not a whole lot glaringly wrong with it. I like that it's a bit more straightforward. It seems like kind of a revealing outfit for a mare, but Japan. I will say that one thing that doesn't bother me on this one as much as the other ones, but is still kind of weird, is her sleeves again. And these ones I could sort of understand, but I'm not quite sure how they adhere to her body because we can't see the back of the garment.
Would you? I did include a picture of her figure, and you can actually see everything from every angle, basically.
Oh, okay.
So you can it has like straps, and the sleeves are definitely attached to her top.
I see.
Oh,
Okay,
I see.
that makes more sense. Again, it's not quite as egregious because I can sort of see it, and it's more functional. It covers her entire arm all the way down to the wrist with the cuffs. Uh, Again, a little unusual, but not too big a deal. One thing that bugs me a little, not as much as some of the other ones, but her dress. Her dress is kind of confusing to look at, and it's not just the part that I'm looking at on what we consider like the skirt. It's everything that's attached to it. So there's a big what looks like a striped bow on one side, and then I'm not sure what's going on with the frilly part that I'm assuming is fastened at the back. What's the figure look like? Oh, that.
You can see the figure that she does have a big bow, but then she also has just like some loose fabric.
Oh, that's not attached to the back. That's literally pinned to the side.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of weird. If I were to criticize anything about that, it'd be that the asymmetry makes it look kind of weird. It almost makes it look like she has like a tail, like a big kind of floofy tail type thing.
Yeah. It does kind of from a distance it definitely does look like some sort of like body part.
And the last major criticism I have is on her leggings or her like her thigh high boots.
Mm-hmm.
At first glance, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong until you realize that the boots are different lengths.
Yeah.
One cuts off just above the knee, and the other goes all the way up to her mid thigh. And the one that's shorter has like a little stocking type thing with a little bit of thickness, because again, Japan. But it's one of those things that kind of plays with your eyes and makes it look like one of her legs is longer than the other as a result.
Oh yeah.
And I don't like that. I think that should have not been a design decision because it can be an optical illusion. Like it looks like her right leg or her left leg in the shot is 6 inches longer than the other because the boot cuts off lower, and you have to kind of zoom in and look at where the knee joint is. And yeah, that's not good. But other than
It's a
that,
little confusing.
it's confusing. But again, if I don't look too hard at it, not a whole lot that really I got qualms with here. I think this is a good design. So this one gets a pass from me.
Yeah, like I would say this is the least offensive design that Pink has brought. In the sense that like it's asymmetrical, but like not in a stupid way. Is probably a better way to put it. Like I see the different lengths of leggings. I'm like I can live with that because like it doesn't look entirely terrible. The fact that the sleeves only kind of like attached to the sides of this tank top thinger, I can live with that. That's not the worst thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the primary gripe I have with this design is too many textures or too many patterns. Because it's like the striped bow, the different gilding on the red part of like the top, and then like the pink frilly or the pink like translucent with designs on it. Like if you took away the pink translucent design and made that more like made that similar to another one of the designs on her, I'd be way less offended because there'd at least be one less pattern on her. But like outside of that, like no, I have zero gripes with this character design. In like it's actually a pretty cute design in comparison to the other ones where I'm just like, this is like you didn't get fully dressed today. Like this person got fully dressed today, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, she's actually my favorite one that I brought today. Like I have very minor issues with her design myself personally. Y'all kind of hit it on the head. Like there are some weird stuff, like her weird shoe leggings, odd, kind of weird. Don't care for the big poofy fabric, you know?
Yeah.
But other than that, and the fact that her tits are out, I think, if she put on a proper shirt, I think I'd love her a lot. You know?
Fucking, that's a bonus.
If she didn't have the
Maybe
neck,
for you.
but the neck ascot looking thing, and it was just like straight cleavage, I think it'd be even more of a kind of like out there design for the theme they're going for. But that makes it a little more subtle. But again, it's Japan. Like booba on display mean thing sell well.
Booba.
But yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah,
I like her.
All right. Now, is Wazy going to keep the streak alive?
No.
Of course not. Let's see what we got for this is
Oh
number
boy.
Oh fuck! I forgot about this.
What
fucker.
is this?
Okay. So
Shiraz.
this is Shiraz.
Oh Jesus.
He is the director of intelligence at Grand Drake's company. As you can tell, he's an antagonist. This might not be very obvious, so I will kind of point it out. He is based on cats.
The
Like
musical?
just the animal. Yeah. He's got little claws on his fingers and stuff, and that robotic weird circle behind him is actually a tail that he uses as a weapon when you fight him. And it's also heavily implied that he eats people, because when you fight him, he like deadass says something about, well, you'll make a nice snack to tide me over. And yeah, and he's fast as fuck when you fight him. Raku, opinions.
Real quick, I see Lion Tamer has posed like a philosophical question, I think, in the chat. What indeed?
What are
They are fun, happy times. Like,
The an-
even when you're sad, if you just grab a boob, you will be okay.
The answer to
They're
and cause of
push-on.
most of the universe's problems.
This dude does not look like he's from Zatch Bell. He is too over designed to be in Zatch Bell. Get your facts straight.
Hey, thanks for the bits, Lion Tamer.
He doesn't suck hard enough to be in Zatch Bell.
No, this guy sucks in a different flavor. They both suck, but different flavor. Like, this guy's like watermelon, and Zatch Bell is like, I don't know,
No,
what's a shitty flavor? Like,
this guy is
Grape
absolutely
syrup.
grape. This is
No,
artificial.
he's black licorice. He is black.
oh yeah,
licorice.
he's black licorice.
Black licorice,
okay.
yes.
Mm,
which
yeah,
is-
okay.
And Zatch
Alright.
Bell can be watermelon then.
Ugh.
There we go.
So first off, Wazy, you brought a Mega Man X character.
I did
This is-
not.
This is a boss. You brought one of the Robot Master bosses that's like thematically based around like a kind of dark element. Like, you know the names of the bosses in the Mega Man X games. This would be like Mood Panther or something. Oh boy, man. Just when I think the bar for these Musashi designs can't get any lower.
You're so mean.
It's weird because from like the top half of the design, it's not too bad. Like, obviously, antagonist, long hair obscuring half the face, cat-like ears, cat eyes. I get it. Midsection, I don't know what's up with this dude's midsection. It's like he's got a big statue piece stapled to his midsection. Don't know what's going on with that. But as you move down the design, his outfit makes less and less sense. Arms, I could see the kind of gauntlet things he's got guarding and his weird finger claws I can sort of just chalk up to, thematic bad guy with claws. But I'm looking at man's shorts here, and these are shorts.
Yep.
But they're some of the most nonsensical, what were you smoking shorts I've seen in a while. Like, there's an inner layer, which is the dark gray part, which goes down and has got a stripe. It's got a weirdly pronounced crease on the crotch. And it's like, I guess because he's kind of striding forward, that's why it's angled. Like, he's obviously not straight, head on, standing in neutral pose. But then you have the bits of fabric around it. Again, this is a waist collar situation. And I didn't think I could hate waist collars as a concept until I saw these characters. And it's like, I'm zoomed in here on my browser. If I cut off at the little pink part, the top of that like statue bit I talked about, and I cut the image off, I see another character. Like maybe like a helmet face and then a collar going down to where his legs are. And I hate that. I absolutely do not like that effect.
Maybe he's two dudes in a trench coat.
Like
Maybe.
it'd be one thing if you're doing kind of like a Gurren Lagann situation with like different components of a bigger kind of design. That could work because Gurren Lagann is godlike. But on here, it's like, is there just a Catman torso pasted on like another thing with legs? moving further down, there's like another inner shorts layer when you get to the knee, and then kind of just mechanical-ish looking armored legs. I actually don't have a ton to say on the shoes other than they look like mecha ballet slippers. But yeah, to me, like the show stops at the waist section. I cannot iterate how much that layout pisses me off. Color palette wise, it's fine. It's very like dark and shadowy, evil bad guy, purples, some accent lighter colors. The tail's kind of goofy, but I'm not really that concerned with the tail in the back. Color wise, I think color palette's fine. Upper garment okay, but my god, do I hate the lower half. Matt?
I can excuse the knees down because that actually looks like those are robot prosthetic legs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can excuse that. And if it's prosthetics like the whole way up to the waist, and he's just wearing shorts over prosthetics. He doesn't want his robo dong hanging out. I can live with that. Like if he's robot waist down, that makes his character like 75% more acceptable. I mean, it's weird that he has a full coat for his hips. And I do agree with you. It looks like it's two people stacked on top of each other because it looks like he's wearing a coat and then he has his upper body. But like outside of that, no, like if I go with the headcanon of he's robot from the waist down, his character is actually a lot more acceptable to me. I don't really like his arm guards. That feels almost excess. It actually would almost have been better if they were like full on actual gloves with claws on them. I feel like that would have been a better look. But there's like almost too much bare skin on his arms, like elbow down, that I'm not very fond of. And like you said, the tail's not offensive to me. The tail works just fine. And the color palette, I actually really like the color palette. Like overall it's just the purples, the purples, the blacks, the tiny hints of gold. I actually do like that. Yeah.
Lion Tamer says he has Darth Vader legs. Yeah, that's kind of accurate.
Yeah. Like color palette wise, I like him. He's just got like I just don't like his arms more than anything. Like and his legs I can accept if they're robot legs. If they're normal human legs, they suck and I hate them.
Mm.
But if they're robot legs, I like them.
Pink?
Okay. I'm just gonna start by saying this guy looks like a Metabot fucked somebody. Like, he's like a Lego brick boy, and don't know if I'm there for it.
That's pretty good. I like that.
I agree with Matt. He has very good colors. I love his color scheme. Very good. I do disagree with Matt saying too much skin. I think he has not enough skin showing. Let's yassify this boy.
Oh.
I'm kidding. The whole cat thing, did not see that. When I first saw him, I thought scorpion, and I was like, ooh, he looks like a scorpion. That's cool. I think him being a cat boy actually decreases my points in favor. I think, like, when I was thinking of him as a scorpion, I was like looking at his like design motifs, and I was like, oh, that actually works. It's like, oh, he's got like claw hands, like they almost look like pincers, like, because I didn't see the extra claw bit, so I thought, oh, he's got like weird grabbies, you know? And then the tail, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then the extra eyes on his chest and his like hips, I was like, oh yeah, he's like a bug. Bugs have lots of eyes, so yeah, he's not a bug, and I don't like that. I can't understand what's happening around this skirt waist area. I physically cannot mentally process that. I don't know what's happening there. If anything, the cannibal bit is going for him. He looks like a freak. He should be a freak. I don't have anything else to say about him. His design is kind of just weird. It kind of works, but it also kind of doesn't.
The more I look at that weird waist situation and the way it's shaded and rendered, I think it's because of there's no dividing part of his pants that goes up, and Lion Tamer mentioned it kind of looks like a skirt. I see it as shorts, but like the line kind of vanishes. It kind of looks like he's got a front butt.
Yeah, it does look like a front butt, doesn't it?
And I do not like that. I do think the overall color palette must be in line with his name, because isn't Shiraz like a type of wine?
I don't know.
We're not educated.
Yeah, fuck it. Wait, what do you want from us? We're sitting here online on a fucking Wednesday night critiquing video game characters. What do you want from us?
Yeah, it's not a good design. All right, let's see. We are at 3.5 hours. We can do a couple different things depending on what the group wants to do. I'm fine either way. We can do just a complete final round of our last picks, and instead of doing, each person present ideas, we just open it up immediately. Give an intro on who it is, and just immediately open it up, and then do like a lightning round, which we tried to do, and just move through all of them. Or
What
if people,
we...
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You finish.
Or if people have schedules, we can call it here too. I'm fine either way. I will say that I did pick a pretty funny one for my last one compared to the others, but it's up to the group. So go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if we do the lightning round, we could just keep it to like 3 things maximum to talk about the character, like, and not extrapolating,
Yeah.
Because
That's
we
fine.
all kept doing that anyway, even though we were like lightning
how
round,
about-
lightning round.
Yeah, how about we pick one thing we like, one thing we dislike per
Okay,
character?
that works. Yeah, that works.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Raku, you're up.
Let me.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god. Ha ha.
I didn't have it queued up in advance. I thought you guys were just gonna pull it there. So.
No, I'm moaning and begroaning her design.
Oh. All right. Let me load it up on mine.
Oh God. Okay.
This
I gotta
is.
pick one thing I don't like about this.
Yeah.
And one thing you like. Pick a thing you like, a thing you dislike.
Miria
God.
Dionysus. I think her name is a play on Dionysus. All I know is that she's some sort of mage. You get her on another planet, and her design is wildly different from all the other ones. I think the color palette's fine. I think the overall design and outfit she's wearing is really stupid and whack. It's obviously this is a fan service-ish type character, but feel free to go around.
Matt, you're up.
All right. Honestly, kind of like the tattoo dealies that she's going on. It's a nice touch to kind of like pull away from being a fan service character, but like Raku said, kind of egregious fan service. Not a big fan of just the fact that it's excessively booba. So good tattoos, too much booba. Pink.
Okay, well, Matt kind of stole my points, so I will come up with new ones. I fucking hate her her bikini top. Okay, maybe that's kind of the same thing. Okay, I don't like. Okay, I'll just say what I like. I like her cool staff. It's a very interesting design. I like it. I don't. Okay, I don't like the cut of her clothes. That's what I'll say. I don't like the where they decided to cut certain parts and where they decided to lengthen others. For example, her boots, her skirt, her top. Okay, go, Wazy, go.
I like her hair and the color of it. Like, it's nice. I like it. That's a nice color and everything. The thing I fucking hate is her gloves, the entire concept of them, especially this
Oh.
gold band that's like hanging around them. Fucking the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
Her hair's kind of meat suitor from Persona 3 adjacent, huh?
Yeah, that's
doesn't have the
probably why I like
curls.
it.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the curls, but similar style and color.
Yeah.
I agree with everybody's likes. Her tattoo's cool. Very cool. That's what I was gonna go for. I was like, those tattoos.
Looking at the gloves that Wazi pointed out, now I absolutely hate them the way they are. It's like a floating
fuck.
bangle.
Yeah.
It's bound together, but it almost looks like a feather texture. Oh, God. All right.
We have the white shit falling out of it, too. Okay, next. Who's next? Matthew.
It'd be my character.
Okay.
I love this character, but because he's so incredibly stupid. Let's get his picture up first.
Yeah. Explain, man.
This is Schwarzbruder of Neo Germany. His name literally translates to Dark Brother. This is his Gundam Spiegel. This character is a practitioner of German ninjutsu, actual thing. Uh, for me, just overall, like I like the silhouette of his Gundam a lot. I really like the silhouette and the stylization of Gundam Spiegel. Uh, and like Schwarzbruder is okay on his own. I despise the fucking pom pom thing on his fucking head. I despise the stringly pom pom thing.
Uh, okay, my turn. Okay, his Gundam, super cool, dope. Have no issues with the colors. For the human guy, I do have an issue, and it's with his mask. Not necessarily the fact that it's got like the German flag or whatever on it. It's the fact that it's got like a clown ponytail with the pom pom, as Matt said. Unnecessary. I think that mask would have been a lot cooler just as a mask and not whatever that extra bit is. Otherwise, he's a pretty cool, solid design. Wazy.
I hate Schwarzbruder's mask as well, but for a different reason. I hate that it's got this white tuft over top of the center Gundam V. That's like inexplicable. But I like his Gundam. Like I like the swords on the back of his Gundam and his Gundam's hat. I think those are neat. Raku.
I'll start with the Gundam. I think the Gundam's pretty solid. It doesn't have anything that really stands out as being weird. It's kind of a more safe Gundam design. I think the blades and the arms is a pretty cool nod to some other types of literature when you've seen like ninjas with the arm mounted blades, or things like the Guyver, which has those backward facing swords, which is kind of cool. For the dude's outfit, they could have gone into some really dangerous territory, and I'm kind of glad they didn't style this more like after some more notorious themed uniforms in history. I think my biggest problem is the mask looks like a stocking mask that's pin painted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they went like the Mortal Kombat route and gave him like an armored mask around his face and then just didn't have the ponytail with the pom-pom, I think it would look cooler because you can make it look like it was painted designs on like a metal instead of what looks like a stocking. So I think the mask is kind of goofy. No qualms with the rest of the design. If you said German ninja, wouldn't been on my bingo card.
No.
Yeah, it's stuff like this this is the kind of shit that makes me so happy to like watch G Gundam because it goes so hog wild with its thematics and like the fact that it's a German ninja and his Gundam also does ninjutsu. It is freaking wild and it's so much fun.
Yeah, not bad. All right, Pink, am I grabbing?
Okay, grab the one with his last name, McGregor, Lotus McGregor.
Got it.
Okay, so this guy, he's also in Nelk, the one with the last girl. He's the childhood friend / mysterious man. He God, I don't even know what to say about him. His real name is actually Sotol, but he changed his name to Lotos so that Nelk would not discover who he is, and she has not discovered who he is, and that's why she's fucking stupid, but also he's stupid for thinking that's a legitimate name change.
Yep.
I have nothing else to say about him besides I don't like him.
I really like the iridescent color of like his nipple tassels things that he's got going on. I do not like how many fucking bracelets he's wearing. It's fucking annoying.
Hey, Froggy's back in
you're
chat. Froggy says, "I love your table set up for stream. With no context, it looks like a council of smash or pass.
That's kind
Hold
of
that thought for future streams."
Oh god.
I need to talk to the salt table and see what people's thoughts are, but we're about presenting our honest opinions here, and no opinion is a wrong opinion.
Yes, there is wrong opinion, Froggy.
In quotes, but yeah, thanks for noting the setup. Oh, and I should mention, because I don't think I mentioned at the beginning, maybe I did. Pink is the one who drew our setup. What I originally had as kind of a last minute quick slap together thing was basically a composited or deconstructed clip art of a conference room. And then yesterday, Pink swooped in and said, I could probably draw that and make it better. And in the scope of like a day, they knocked it out and gave us the awesome setup we've got here with the table, the chairs, the screen, and all of our avatars from Discord can just fit around it. And we have the salt shakers. So props to Pink for a job well done.
Yeah.
I only trace things, so I'm not really taking credit.
Doesn't matter. The end results were good. But okay, let me see. Lodos McGregor. First thing I notice, nipple crosses. That's kind of weird. I don't like that. It's distracting on his design because they're the brightest color on the upper part of his palette. So my eyes immediately goes to this dude's Lucky Charms nips. Not a fan. I think his hair is pretty decent. The kind of feathered look with the weird lock in front is kind of unique. I can't tell if it's supposed to be a different color.
It's slightly lighter, just ever so slightly.
Yeah, so it's distinct hairstyle and pretty decent. Not bad. Matt?
Overall, I actually really like his color palette in general. I like the blue and like the more iridescent greens. I think it's kind of a cool colored character, which goes alongside really well with the last character we saw. And it's nice to know they're from the same game. So the cool color palette and warm color palette works really well. However, I just don't like the placement of his iridescent pasties. Like I'm just not fond of the big old nip nop covers that he's got going on. Because like had they been smaller and more or better placed, I would like them a lot more. It's just that placement throws me off.
They're targets.
Yeah, they're targets.
Yeah.
You're
gonna go
straight in the heart. Just aim for the nip nop.
I'm gonna say you
The
walk
nip
up to
nop.
this guy, you're gonna go straight for a purple nurple in stereo.
Oh yeah.
Is
He's the kind of guy you would want to purple nurple because he's obnoxious and annoying.
so I'd want to jersey him by his dumb split cape thing and just punch him in the gut a couple times.
I know what that
he
means.
basically is that character.
Yes. Well, Raku, we have to teach you.
Yes, but I now know it is a Canadaism. I am more worldly wise, thanks to Wazy.
And you know what a toque is, so you're better than Froggy.
Oh, shots fired at Froggy. He's still in chat.
Pew pew pew.
Okay. I need to grab Wazy's final image. Are we
Oh,
we're
yeah.
done with Lotus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Lightning round's going well.
So mine,
Oh.
I couldn't get a render of her, so I had to grab from a screenshot, as you can see. This is the best I could do. I apologize, everyone. Quick info on her. She is the Maiden of the Void. She's a good guy turned bad guy turned good guy again after Musashi saves her for like the umpteenth time. She also the one up here where she has a gun. That's where she kidnaps the Princess Mycella with a gun. And my favorite thing about her is she has one line that's just disembowel him, stud, as she's talking to Musashi.
You cannot
Yeah,
you cannot deliver that line without an "oh at the end.
Oh, well.
Disembowel him, stud. Oh well.
Oh no.
Okay, Raku, go ahead.
Oh man. All right. What I like the color palette. It doesn't stray in any weird areas. It mostly complements itself. The feathery looking things are kind of a light accent, which I like, and I do like the dark kind of purple color scheme. Very, this is an antagonist. I do not like her hair. It's hard to tell. I think it's supposed to be like a high ponytail in the back.
It is. It's a weird cyclone ponytail.
But what I see just in like the head-on render is Maleficent Marge Simpson.
You're sweet.
And
I
I
love her.
I don't know if that thing gets good reception or what, but it is visually distracting. So light palette, do not like her hair. The rest of her design is actually fine.
Yeah. I would argue, yeah, it's I would go in the color palette, but for a different thing, it's more a matter of like she has a theme of being the void and being the void being kind of like darkness, and she kind of fits the JRPG theme of women of a dark woman being like a more domish kind of woman, and she fits that theme well. I think she does a good job at that. The part that kind of bugs me is the fact that she has like the sleek dress and she has a popped collar. The
Mm.
popped
Mm.
collar
Pop
bugs me.
collar. I
Mm.
didn't
And
see that.
yeah, she has a bit of a pop collar that bugs me.
It is attached to the dress, though, right?
It is attached, which is great, but it's that kind of dress doesn't need a like a stiff pop collar to it.
Mm.
That's my argument of like that's the one part of the design that's what I would cut.
Um, okay. Overall, I do like her. She's actually really interesting looking. I agree with the hair thing. That's really weird. Don't like that. Don't like the pop collar now that Matt said that. But the one thing I'd actually want to change is I'd want to change the main blue color of her shirt and her gloves and make it just a pinch lighter because it kind of almost blends in with the black in the screenshots. So I just would want it to be a little bit more contrasty, just ever so slightly, because it's really saturated. So if you put it in a grayscale, it would be dark, and it would kind of blend in together. So maybe just like increasing that lightness a little bit. Can you stop that, please? Rude. But yeah, I mean, I think she's cool. I'd let her step on me. Yeah, her hair. She needs a
Nice.
new haircut though.
Her name is Clochette.
Bullshit, yeah.
Okay, because
Clochette.
when I was loading up the thing, again, I didn't look at any of these images beforehand. I just made sure all of them were in the directory and that they were in like a format I could pull up. When I was grabbing the transition to put up on the stream and then put up on my machine, I just looked at it from the corner of my eye and I thought it said cloaca.
Oh,
I was
God
like-
damn it. Wazy, what are you sending?
Well, it's more like you never know how they're gonna name characters in some of these games. Like they could change the pronunciation to make it sound more Japanese, and you would never know the difference. But like that was just something I noticed.
Although Line Tamer in chat saying the shoulder thing reminds me of P4A and AU because of Mitsuru from P3. Like kind of like the Mitsuru's white fur except it's feathers.
Mm.
Yeah. I can see it. I
can
mean, Beatsers is a jacket, but still.
Yeah. That would be something interesting to talk about. Although it's not really different designs except for the P3 characters in Arena. All of the P4 characters have their in-game costumes. All right. Well,
At least fed through that.
with that we have finished all the rounds. That was 5 characters per table member, and it took just shy of 4 hours.
Jesus.
But we
Maybe
did
we
talk
did
a lot
well,
about the earlier ones. So maybe in the future, depending on what we decide to bring, if we bring like 3 characters, then we could sort of do more of a long analysis and not have to like speed run at the end.
It's a work in progress. We'll discuss it offline.
It is,
Yeah.
but I think looking back that this was a really fun experiment and a fun discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The idea
I don't
of
know why Matt needed to curse me though. That was foul.
That was amazing.
I guess we will see in the future if certain vendettas start to emerge between members as either direct assaults or retaliation for previous assaults. There's so much that we can pull from that's potentially going to inflict psychic damage upon other members. It won't be a requirement, but it could lead to some fun stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed this. If you guys want to just give your thoughts on the overall discussion, and then I'll also start looking for someone to raid while we wrap up. Let's go to order and want to go in order to Matt, and then just kind of go around.
I honestly, I for like just final thoughts and everything. Like I enjoyed seeing characters I had not really seen before, and in Wazy's case, characters I hadn't seen in fucking ages. I don't know, like format worked, everything worked really well, and I'm actually I'm pretty excited to do this again.
Very
Alright.
fun. I like picking apart characters, so in a setting where we're all going rubbing our little grubby hands together and rip apart a character is like, ooh. You don't mind if I do? Get my little rabbit rat on. I would say, yeah, we do probably need to either decrease the amount of characters we talk about, or we bring in more characters and talk less about each character. One or the other.
Wazy?
It's a workshop. There's some notes we can talk about offline and everything like that. I think it was a good thing though. I had fun. Even though you all are fucking wrong and Musashi is a great game. Fuck you all. But I had a fun time.
Well, no one's debating whether or not it was a great game. It's just like the character designs are kind of hot garbage.
We're good.
There are things with good character design, but they're garbage, so don't fret.
Yeah, if anything, it becomes more memorable if there's glaring flaws and faults in design, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the point of doing this session. So yeah, again, to echo everyone's thoughts, this was fun. We'll talk some more about how to sort of fine tune and work things, but overall, I think the format is fine. We've been talking a bit about other topics to discuss potentially in the future, but I do like the idea of bringing characters and talking about them to the group. And we'll be sort of discussing offline how we're going to structure things next. We don't have like a schedule or anything like that. It depends on everyone's availability and all that, but I definitely think this will be something we'll be working with more in the future. So for folks that stopped by and tuned in today, hopefully it was interesting. And thanks for hanging out. And thanks to my co-hosts, all three of them, for the discussion.
Yeah.
I see Bits is online. Let's go raid Bits.
I'm sorry about my cat.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
all good.
hear it.
Was it Coco or
No, it's
Salem?
fucking Salem.
Oh, of course it's Salem. I should have guessed. I'm sorry. I apologize, Coco.
Coco has never done anything wrong in her life except for puke on my bed.
I'm going to put us on the outro screen, and we will go raid Bits. So before I pull us on mute, thanks again to everyone, and say goodnight, everybody.
Get fucked.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.